Good afternoon and welcome to Mountain West Conference football. Today we've got a good one for you as Utah State is taking on the Wolfpack from Nevada. Dave Fox, along with former BYU running back Alema Harrington, former Utah quarterback Frank Dolce. Interesting situation on this game today, guys. And Frank, let's start with the fact that Utah State's still very much alive to try to get a bowl bid, but a different mindset for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Utah State fighting for bowl eligibility. That's their cause today. But listen, they're playing against a team that has nothing to lose. And I'll tell you what, at this point of the year, you don't want to play against a team that has nothing to lose. The Wolfpack in full force here today. Utah State better look out.
They're going to come in hungry, Alema. There's no doubt about that. There's a few players they've got to watch out for. Let's talk about on the defense for Utah State. Ike Larson, he played his high school ball about 3 miles right up the street here, and he is making some noise here for the Aggies.
Frank's talking about, things that you're playing for. You're playing nothing to lose, want to be the spoiler. Ike Larson is the homegrown kid, right? He's here in the stadium where there's going to be a ton of people here to be watching him and see what he does. He's got 4 interceptions on the season, 2 block kicks, key interception last week in the overtime win for Utah State. Now, the question with Utah State's offense this year has been centered around the quarterback situation.
Back and forth.
Is it McKay Hillstead? Is it Cooper Laga? And both of those guys are fantastic quarterbacks. Cooper Laga will get the start here in this game today, and I think he continues to have something to prove. He's very motivated.
And you know what? They're going to keep that defense busy, too. Nevada will, because they got a signal caller that can throw the ball and he can run the ball. I'll tell you what, there will be no weather factor at all. How lucky are we? It is beautiful.
We shouldn't have this kind of weather in November.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on a top coat just because.
Just
Just
because
because
of
of
November.
November.
All right, well, coming up, beautiful sunny day. Mountain West Conference football is coming your way right now. The Aggies of Utah State, the Wolfpack of Nevada on the Mountain West Network.
Well, as I said, an absolutely beautiful day for football, and we've really been fortunate all year long. The games that have been broadcasted here in Logan have just been fantastic, and here we are in November, and nothing's changed. So there will be no wind to factor in. There will be no rain or snow to factor in.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Nevada, you are the visiting team. What is your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call.
Oh, tails.
It is tails. Nevada has won the toss and deferred to the second half. Utah State will receive.
Well, there we go. We got it live. And the Aggies will have the football first. Nevada, of course, coached by Ken Wilson in his second season. 4-17 overall. Struggled a little bit this year. They are 2-7. And Frank, as you mentioned, will not be able to get bowl eligible. Sorry, I'm trying to reach across here and do some audio adjusting. There we go. But you know what? It's a hungry team, and you got to be careful.
You get an opportunity to play spoiler, and you're always finding reasons to try to motivate your team in the locker room, right, Frank? And sometimes you get mathematically eliminated. You still got games to play, and you're telling your team, "Hey, we're playing for pride. Hey, we're playing to be the spoiler for the other teams that might still be playing for something." But I think it really tests your locker room, and it tests the character of your team.
And you're playing for your position on this team. I mean, I would make it about, this is your opportunity as an individual to secure your spot or set yourself up for a spring. The way that you manage this difficult situation. You know what they say, iron is forged in the fire.
Right.
It takes pressure to create a diamond. Like, all of those cliches apply to this Nevada Reno football team, like we said, with nothing to lose here today.
And speaking of nothing to lose, we just got word, so this is just a game-time decision, that Brendan Lewis will not be the starter at quarterback today for Nevada.
Yeah.
And A.J. Bianco, the kid from Hawaii, St. Louis High School, that I know very well. Of course, they have produced a ton of great quarterbacks coming out of that high school program, but he will get the start when Nevada gets the ball, but it will be Utah State that will be on the offensive side first.
And Bianco is starting the game. Now, he's a redshirt freshman. Like we said, this is a team, Nevada, nothing to lose. They're trying to get some momentum on the offensive side and the defensive side. But Brendan Lewis is in play today.
Sure.
Watch for number 2 to also make his presence felt this afternoon.
And we are underway. And that kick goes into and out of the end zone, so not returnable for Micah Davis or for Terrell Vaughn.
We've seen, a couple of different quarterbacks play for Utah State. McKay Hillstead and Cooper Laga, they have gone back and forth. We talked with Coach Anderson before the game this week, and he said the most important thing, regardless of who is at QB, is you take care of the football. Ball security is at a premium.
1st and 10 for the Aggies. Cooper Laga, as you said, at quarterback, and Briggs in the backfield. They'll use 3 different backs throughout the game. Briggs gets the first carry of the game, tried to get the edge. Big hit, but he'll pick up 4.
You noticed on that first play, the defensive line for Nevada made that shift, put somebody else at the line of scrimmage. That's what Nevada's going to do on the defensive side. Lots of movement on the defense.
2nd down, 6, screen outside. Well read and nowhere to go as Watts is there quickly to shut down Vaughn.
Of course, the pace for Utah State is one of their trademarks. Talking to Coach Anderson, it's like we want to wear the other team down. We do that with pace.
3rd down, 7. And Laga pass outside and a great move to create more space for a first down, and Micah Davis moves the chains.
Davis with great speed out of Atlanta, Georgia, makes a great move after catching the ball and moves the chains.
First down quickly. They're right back. And here they go again with Briggs.
Nice pause.
You'll see Briggs. You'll see Faison. You'll see Booth. They'll run all 3 of these running backs in and out throughout the game.
And all 3 of them, great running backs. But you're going to see Briggs probably more in the beginning of this game.
This time Laga keeps it. Always dangerous to run the football. And Laga all the way across midfield and down to the 37-yard line. They'll spot it at the 38.
This is an offense that is, can be prolific at times. One of the top offenses passing the ball as far as passing touchdowns in the country.
Laga to throw. Laga going deep downfield. He overthrows everyone. There's a flag down. We might have a hold.
Yeah, almost certainly a hold. You saw where the ball ended up.
Yeah,
and
Jalen
the
Royals
expectation,
was the target,
of course, was that Vaughn was going to be in that spot.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 1, defense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, an automatic first down.
Savage on the coverage.
This is a Utah State offensive football team that has been notoriously slow starting football games. Right. I mean, that may be the understatement of the world. But right now, Alema, look at this series of downs. Mostly positive production. I'm not sure they've had a negative play on this series.
No. Well, there was one early on, but Frank, to your point, they've been outscored 105-17 combined in the first quarters all season long. And here they go with Briggs. And Briggs with a good carry on first down.
The thing I love about the way Briggs runs the ball is he has burst, but he also has patience. And that time allowing his offensive line to set up the blocking and get through the hole.
2nd down, 3. Briggs again. Huge hole for Briggs. And he's down inside the red zone all the way to the 8-yard line. What a drive for the Aggies.
Yeah, the offensive line just imposing their will right now on this Nevada defensive front.
And the pace has just got to be brutal for Nevada.
1st and goal, the fake. Laga to the end zone, a little high.
Ooh, almost intercepted.
Yeah, he was trying to hit Royals.
One thing Coach Anderson talked about is using all the grass. And as you watch his offensive team set up, sideline to sideline, really spreads this Nevada defense across the field.
2nd and goal. Briggs. And Briggs wrapped up. Doesn't get much at all as Togiola was there for the stop.
That's a nice job up front. Nevada scraping along the offensive line, getting to the ball carrier and making the stop down here in scoring territory.
Now 3rd and goal. So they just marched all the way down here in a hurry, and now a couple of plays they've been stymied.
And it's the offense has slowed down.
Yeah, kind of
a little bit.
Yeah, the pace of the offense certainly has slowed down.
All right, quarterback draw. Looking for some room. Lagaw's cut down at about the 3-yard line. So now you're going to be looking at a 4th and goal, and actually they'll spot it at the 4 as Johnson was there to stop
Well,
it.
I think we're both looking at each other. Did his knee hit the ground
I was
on this
wondering
play here?
if his
as
knee-
we're watching the replay,
Yeah,
his hip hit the ground.
Yeah. The other thing, Alema, is you use pace to create this drive,
Right.
and then you get into scoring territory and you slow down the game. I think that has to be an advantage for Nevada getting their footing on the defensive side.
Here we go, 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. Briggs in the backfield. And the pass high and caught. A little trickery right there. And it's Brock Lane, the tight end. Nobody went with him.
Well, you got the fly sweep motion, you got the eye back dive motion, all of that trying to hold the linebackers and make it look like you're going to the line of scrimmage. And then Laga releases the tight end over the top, wide open.
And that, by the way, we were down on the field earlier. That's not an easy catch.
Looking
that
into the
ends
sun.
up looking directly into the sun, but converted for the Aggies.
Elliott Nimrod for the point after. And that kick is up and good. So the Aggies just marched down the field, as you guys mentioned. Kind of slowed down a little once they got in the red zone, but they finished the drive, and Utah State jumps on top 7-0.
Fans here at Maverick Stadium, an early kickoff, but I'll tell you, Frank, you go back to our days, right? And a 1 o'clock kick was standard. It was traditional. Aggies will be kicking off to Nevada when we come back.
Only the second time this season Utah State has scored on their opening drive. They go 11 plays, 75 yards in just under 4 minutes. And, of course, the 4-yard touchdown reception by Lane. And now Nevada gets the football. And Jamal Bell on the return. There is a flag down. Let's check that.
Flag down on the play.
During the return, holding number 31, return team, 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Nevada.
What do you think the percentage is of a flag coming down on any special teams return? It
It's
feels
probably
like
80%.
at least.
Right?
Yeah, almost
At
every
least.
time.
And it's always against the return team. You would think
very rarely, you're
in
right.
football that they would get that portion of the game figured out. Like the officials are looking for that. Let's just coach that out. Let's don't hold.
Coach it out?
Let's just don't block in the back.
Guys, we're not going to do that anymore.
Right, yeah, exactly.
First
Let's do
down
that.
quarterback is A.J. Bianco, the pride of Lahaina, St. Louis High School. And Sean Dollars in the backfield gets the first carry. He's the transfer from Oregon. The number of transfers from Oregon, by the way, on this team is that's where Coach Ken Wilson was prior to coming to Nevada.
By the way, if you hear that St. Louis High School and it sounds familiar, it's because there's a lot of great quarterbacks coming out of Hawaii and St. Louis High School, including Jason Gessler at Washington State back in the day, Marcus Mariota, Oregon, of course, Tua Tagovailoa, you might know him. Those are all St. Louis products.
And they were your rival, Alema Harrington,
Yes.
the pride of Punahou High School.
Yes, they
which
were.
was a rival
And
of St. Louis.
They won state championship after state championship there at St. Louis High School. Cal Lee and Ron Lee, the Lee brothers, running that program.
Did Tua's younger brother not play at St. Louis?
Well, he ended up going to a high school in Alabama.
Oh, because the family moved.
Right.
Well, he's now at Maryland, but has his roots.
Yes.
Third down. And again, they try to give it to Dollars for the first down, but he is cut down.
Well,
And the Aggies have held.
Nevada came in we thought they would try to establish the run game. They did on that first series of downs. I don't mind that play call on third down, but Utah State up to the task at the defensive front.
Great job. Spires, the first man there, and getting secondary support.
Micah Davis back at his 30-yard line, awaiting the punt from Frame, and Micah's got it. And the return is on, and Davis, here comes another flag. Davis has a great return, and this may be called back. It's a touchdown for Davis, but hold on.
2 flags.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
2 flags.
Well, Frank, you called this earlier.
We'll get another look here, and there's going to be a block in the back right there.
Right there, yeah.
Okay, number 86 with the block in the back. And
There are 2 fouls in the play, both by the return team. Holding, number 26. That penalty is declined. Illegal block in the back, number 86. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Utah State. Timeout on the field.
we were down before the game talking to the officiating crew and asking them, what is the hardest call to make? And there was, a variety of different calls that we cycled through. But the easiest call is just throw a flag on special teams.
Yeah.
Somebody has blocked in the back. Somebody has
Somebody is held. Somebody's blocked in the back. I'm thinking of starting a consulting firm for college football coaches
On how to avoid
on
those
how to
penalties.
avoid this particular issue, which is the return
I can't
game
believe the
in
officials
football.
actually admitted that to you. That is phenomenal.
Well, he first said we don't miss a call. He first said we never
we
miss
never-
a call. And then he said the most difficult call is at the line of scrimmage, whether it's a false start or if there's a distraction at the defensive line. Utah State up 7 in the first quarter of play.
consistent with the wide receiver group, and it is a good bunch as Cooper Legas fires outside, and that is complete to Micah Davis. And Davis.
Micah said he got the face mask pulled. It certainly looked like that. We'll take a look here at the replay, and it's after that first move and the one that brings him down eventually.
Legas again, a flag
that was
just came
no question.
down. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think there was a face mask on that. I think he caught the shoulder pad.
Okay. Well, they don't think there was either.
I don't think so either. I don't typically agree with the officiating crew,
I
but
thought you were going to say I don't typically agree with the lemma.
a lemma.
Well, that too.
But here's the thing. I don't agree with you, but I want to. I'd like to agree with you. I feel like it's my responsibility
To support
not
me?
not to.
Oh,
agree
to
with
not support me. It's
Yeah.
that old Utah BYU
There are
thing.
2 fouls, both on the defense, offside. That penalty is declined. Illegal substitution, 12 players on the field at the snap. That penalty is also declined. Result of the play, first down.
Yeah, so Davis got the first down. They didn't need the penalties. And now they're moving once again.
Give him the catch and give him the first down. It was about equal, the penalty or the catch for Micah Davis for the first.
And here we go, first down. Cooper Legas, the Orem High graduate, state champion at Orem High, is Faison. Tries to get around that right side. There's not a lot of room for him over there.
Good job that time defensively in the front 7 for Nevada. James Hansen, big number 91, along with Emily Johnson coming in from his safety position.
Second down 10, no gain. Legas, he looks like he wants to run it. He does take off. How about that little hesitation, guys? And that gets him close to another first down. We'll bring up about a 3rd and 1.
Well, as we talked to Coach Anderson about the continued progression for Cooper Legas, who as a senior continues to improve and make better decisions, this is exactly what he's talking about, is making the smart decision on a play like that.
You saw Brock Lane come into the game at the tight end position as Josh Sturzer trots to the sideline. Of course, the officials hold up the play so the defense can also make substitutions as needed. How about a little reverse coming? Little jet sweep, and it's Vaughn. Was that well read? Nowhere to go as Tony shut that down. Richard Toney safety.
That's just good film work, recognizing formation and initial movement as the ball is snapped, and Tony coming up and making the stop.
And that's an excellent effort by this Nevada defense, who struggled clearly on the first drive of their game, but looks like now they've kind of figured out maybe this Utah State offense a little bit. Good stop there on third down.
Ryan Marks, good kick. It's going to be down inside the 10-yard line. So Nevada have the football at the 9-yard line when we come back, but the Aggies held on their second possession as this Nevada defense tightens up. There is a flag. Let's get this sorted out because it's a special teams play, so obviously there's a flag.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. More than 4 players in the backfield to snap. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down, Nevada. Timeout.
So that will give the Wolfpack the football at the 14-yard line. Aggies came out and scored in a hurry. Right now, it's 7-0 Utah State on the Mountain West Network. Back here in Logan on a beautiful sunny afternoon. Dave Fox, Frank Dolce, Alema Harrington, Tyson Ewing, our spotter and statistician. And it is gorgeous out here. And Nevada takes over. A.J. Bianco at quarterback today. It was announced just before the game that he would be starting in place of Brendan Lewis. And here we go. And Bianco is a dangerous runner. Oh, my.
Yep.
There it comes.
Yep.
Can't do that.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer type of call right there. Bianco initiates the slide right here, and then you've got to just jump over.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 3, defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic, first down.
Well, and Bianco's, that's not a little dude.
Right, 6'4", 220.
Runs like that. That's a terrific play by the redshirt freshman. He looked downfield. He didn't see anything. A little pressure in his face, and he immediately started looking downfield, kept himself in a throwing position, and then just picked up the yardage with his feet.
So first down and a flag. We've had a number of penalties in this game.
Illegal snap, number 78, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Alema,
Illegal snap.
how do you snap it illegally? How do you snap the ball illegally?
I'm a little puzzled on that.
There's certain things you can do with the football as the center.
Oh, so maybe kind of like
Right,
jiggle
and
it around.
He spun it around.
If you move it forward quickly, you'll get an illegal snap.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that one was legal. And Dollars gets to the outside. And how about Sean Dollars? The transfer from Oregon all the way up near midfield.
Well,
Dollars.
just great job in the hole. Hesitation for a second, and then that seam, he burst through it. Big pickup, and obviously the best series of the game so far for Nevada, aided in part by a penalty. Nice run by Bianco, and now another nice run.
22 yards on the pickup and movement on the left side. A little anxious as Isaiah whirled.
That's
Jumped it.
That's an easy one.
False start, number 70, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
By the way, Sean Dollars, who just had that nice run, is one of the Oregon transfers.
Mm-hmm.
Also scored a touchdown last week against Hawaii. And he's a talented running back.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you get the sense that that Hawaii game was really important for Nevada. And
especially at home,
yeah.
right? Yep. Dollars tries to bounce outside, nowhere to go.
great penetration that time, getting through and making the stop. You watch Logan Peely right here as he ripped through.
Second and 15. Bianco Pass outside, trying to get Dollars the ball in space, but nothing doing as Switzer was there in a hurry.
Nice coverage by Switzer coming up, making that stop. And he's got great coverage, good angle, able to minimize the gain there by Dollars.
Big third down here, 3rd and 14. Line to gain is the 41. Bianco looking, he's got plenty of time, wide open. Campbell's got it, and Campbell's got a first down.
It was really interesting the way Utah State lined up on that. Good play by Nevada, but Utah State has 4 defensive linemen in the game, or 4 people at the line of scrimmage, and then everybody else is a defensive back looking for the pass play. Well, there was just too much room. Nevada took advantage, and that's a big conversion there for a first down.
Well, Cameron Ziedler did a great job driving that defense back and opening up the space underneath.
Nevada trying to keep everyone off balance, and they get the ball to Battolato Birdsell. But again, well read, and Paul Fitzgerald there quickly to shut it down on that right side.
Yeah, Fitzgerald able to get off his
Officials
block.
timeout for an injury.
We've got an Aggie down.
Media timeout.
But Nevada's got something going right now. After the Aggies came down and scored on their first drive, now the Wolfpack on the move. Tafisi is the player that's down. They just got up. We'll check on him when we come back. We are back. Utah State leading 7-0.
Mountain West Conference champions right there, the women's volleyball team for Utah State. How about that 3 times in a row?
Oh, the trifecta. A three-peat.
Their soccer team also advancing to the NCAA tournament, but then they went down and played BYU last night and ended their run, but they had a good season as well. All right, here we go. Deep ball. Bianco. Caught, but it might be out of bounds. Oh, 2 flags just came in.
Oh, and
Campbell's down.
Campbell is down. Campbell looked like he was going to come down with that ball. Terrific throw by Bianco. And both players are down.
Pass interference, number 22, defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
Yan Yanwu was the defender there.
Officials timeout for an injury.
Well, the good news is Campbell is up. The Illinois transfer.
You know, I talk about this all the time from a safety, position or perspective. It's not always the hit that causes the concussion or even the injuries. Sometimes it's coming down on the turf, and you watch both of these players that are coming down and the helmets hit the turf. Sometimes that is the hardest hit that you will take.
Yeah. It's not the contact. It's actually the contact with the ground.
Yeah. Because you hit a player and there's going to be some give there.
Yeah.
You hit the ground and there's no
Not
give
so
there.
Much, yeah. 8 combined penalties in this game, guys, for 75 combined yards through the 2 teams. So we're not even through the first quarter. So here we go. And Bianco Keats throws wide open. It's a touchdown for the Wolfpack.
Well, what a terrific play there by Bianco on the play action fake. Looked like he had a run pass option on that. And Utah State defensively may have just lost their eyes in the secondary.
Cameron Ziedler on the reception as he picks up the touchdown, his first on the season.
Well, we talked about the penalties so far in this game, and think of all the penalties that were part of this drive.
Brandon Talton for the point after to tie it up. Yeah, you're right. This drive alone, 11. 4 penalties.
Yeah, personal foul penalty and a pass interference penalty, probably the most costly and the most beneficial. Beneficial for Nevada, costly for Utah State.
It's great on this south end zone. There's not a net behind the goalpost. And so that kick just goes up to the stands, and I don't know if that kid has any eligibility left, but it's about 15 rows up.
Go get him.
I mean, he mossed that thing. He snagged it, and then he threw it back down onto the field.
That drive going 7 plays, 86 yards, and the 21-yard touchdown pass. 4 penalties, though, on the drive alone. Leonard, you talked about that.
Hey, you can't afford to have penalties and just give the opposing team's offense opportunities.
Well, the 2 that were against Utah State were for 30 yards.
Yeah.
That is way too much. You're right.
Well, the best case scenario started for Utah State. They went down and scored, but they didn't follow that up. And Nevada has a great response right here, and they go down and score and put themselves right back in this football game. So Utah State's opportunity, Alema, to maybe shut the door early in this game and make Nevada doubt themselves.
Yeah.
That door has been opened up again by that last drive.
Indeed. We're back to 0-0 theoretically here. And you saw the first drive from Utah State, a lot of pace. They took the foot off the gas pedal in the second drive. I'm curious to see whether or not they go back to that quick pace here.
Well, here we go on first down. Robert Briggs gets the carry. Briggs wrapped up.
Well, you saw that stem right before the snap here. And then great penetration, getting in and making the stop. Defensive line doing a fantastic job. McAvelli.
No gain. Second down 10. Pass complete. As Legault just rifled that one to Vaughn. And a good pickup of 7 yards. So 3rd and 3 coming.
Great job by Cooper Legault. Not sure if he felt the pressure coming from behind him, but was able to stand tall in the pocket and deliver the strike.
3rd and 5.
This defensive front keeps shifting and keeps giving different looks to the Utah State offense for Nevada.
Screen outside. Vaughn's got it. Vaughn's wrapped up. And Vaughn literally had nowhere to go.
How about that? Thomas White showing his athleticism, just sprinting out there from his nose guard position.
Well, this Nevada team has really put their stamp on the game here in the last couple series, offensively and defensively, and there's a little excitement on the Nevada sideline. Whoa.
Oh, this kick sailing all the way over inside the 15-yard line. And again, this Nevada offense will come out. 55-yard punt.
That was a launch.
Hey, we had a chance to meet the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference Network prior to today's game. She makes her home in South Lake Tahoe, and I'm very jealous.
Well, how about that? Well, I couldn't be more impressed by Gloria Navarez. I should say commissioner.
Yes,
commissioner.
Yeah, she is very excited about the Mountain West Conference. We did ask her about a possible.
Yeah, do you have any breaking news for us? Yeah, I can't.
With any other conferences, she didn't say whatever's best for the conference. Very politically correct, but an impressive person is Commissioner Navarro. She has this conference in the right direction.
Dollars with a big carry to start things out. She did not shut it down, though, when we started asking.
Well, asking about expansion or
what's going on with the Pac-12.
Exactly.
Well, it just makes sense, doesn't it? The way that the college landscape is unfolding, doesn't that make sense for the Mountain West to position themselves? Yeah, absolutely. And it's good football. I mean, it's great football.
Yeah, no question.
Well, you think about the representation, especially right now with the success of Air Force.
2nd and short as Bell has the first down.
The Air Force Academy, in spite of a recent loss.
Boy, they've looked good all year.
Oh, yeah.
Surprising loss to Army. They just got, and 6 turnovers will do that to you for Air Force.
Yeah, but anytime the armed forces play each other,
you throw the records out the window.
You throw the records away and you start over again. How about that little improvisation as Campbell, who was injured in that previous play, in that last drive, he's back in the game and picks up a couple of yards. Bianco
Yeah, again,
throwing on
another
the run.
opportunity here for Bianco. I think made the right read, keeping, and then gets it outside, but just good defense.
That is the end of the first quarter.
And we've come to the end of one. We've got a good one. Aggies just marched down the field to start this game, but Nevada staying right with it. We're deadlocked after one on the Mountain West Network.
You don't want to give
Back
a
here in
wounded
Logan,
animal, a
Utah
2 and
State
7
taking
team,
on Nevada.
a lot of life
Got a good one.
because
7
they are dangerous.
apiece.
No doubt.
Starting the second quarter now.
As we begin the second
Back.
quarter,
Their
the
quarterback,
Aggies
AJ
defending on the
Bianco,
left side of your radio.
out of Lahaina, St. Louis High School.
By the way, for the Aggies, we talked about how they perform in the first quarter. This is the fourth time they've been tied after one quarter. 7-7. Earlier this year,
that?
Idaho State, Fresno State, San Diego State, it was 0-0.
Bianco trying to improvise there. He tried to dump that off to Sean Dollars. There was a lot going on.
Kind of a half jump pass there, Alema.
Well, at 6'4", he didn't have to jump a lot, but he's looking for somebody that's open. Had a running back release, but just could not get it to him. Great pressure that time from the Aggies front seven.
Well, the Aggies lined up with 3 at the line of scrimmage. They brought a 4th late. That confused the offensive line for Nevada, and they were able to get to Bianco late in the play.
Big 3rd down and 7. And Bianco firing downfield. Open receiver, Curtis. And Curtis hauls it in. Another one of the Oregon transfers. But hold everything. Here we go again.
I think you're either going to have either a hold or hands to the face.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, number 71. Offense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
39-yard reception is wiped out.
Yeah, Hale Motu'upuaka.
He's the only player that didn't move.
He stayed right where he was.
He's just waiting.
And he says, you
Come
guys
on
go
back."
ahead and sprint down the field because this is coming back.
Yeah.
He made a business decision.
Yeah, he did not. He stayed right
I'm
on
not
the.
moving. There's a flag sitting right next to me.
By the way, I
Standing
got
right
to
here.
shout out
That was good.
Motu'upuaka because he is from Punahou High School.
Yes, he is.
My high school back in Hawaii.
The pride of Alema Harrington, Barack Obama, and Carrie Ananaba.
And the great Al Harrington, my father,
Of
the
course, your
South
father.
Pacific band.
Hey, book him, Dano.
That's right. Years on Hawaii
Loved him in
5-0.
Hawaii 5-0. He was great. The original. Firing downfield again. Oh, big hit. And that ball was jarred loose.
Ruling in the field, it's an incomplete forward pass. 4th down.
Dye got there just in time, and Devin knocks it free.
Well, you talk about being there right at the point of contact, right when the ball is coming, and all of a sudden, boom, Dye comes in and makes the contact, makes the hit, and the ball is jarred loose.
Hey, Bianco did a nice job. He put the ball exactly where it needed to be. Good protection up front. That was just a better play by Dye to knock it loose right at the end of the play.
At Freems punt as Micah Davis hauls that in. Always a dangerous returner. And Davis cutting back again. He's almost to midfield. No flags, guys. We haven't seen a ton of that.
Well, you can almost, see the thought bubble from Davis. It's like, can I get around the corner here? And made the decision, no, I can't. So he put the foot in the ground, tried to cut it back across the grain, but good pursuit by Nevada. And so good return. Nonetheless, great starting field position for the Aggies here.
47-yard kick.
Yeah, for the Aggies here.
Yeah, it is. 47-yard kick, 11-yard return. And the Aggies come out, and it's Faison in the backfield. And here we go. We'll see if they can speed things up as they did on that first drive. Cooper Laga at quarterback. And Cooper firing downfield well over the head of Terrell Vaughn. That's out of bounds.
And I don't think that was overthrown as much as it was thrown away.
Exactly.
And coming back to, again, the decisions early in the season where Cooper Laga maybe was pressing a little bit and throwing passes that he maybe should not have. Instead, this time, making the wise decision instead of throwing into a dangerous position, throwing the ball away.
By the way, on coverage on that one was Kane Savage. He's the Utah transfer from the University of Utah. As Faison takes that football. and rumbles ahead for 5.
Speaking of Lega, we talked to Coach Anderson this week, and one of the issues with Lega early in the season is that he was too careless with the football. And so what you mentioned right there, Alema, is Lega not trying to force the ball into a situation where, who knows, it's a 50-50 ball at best. Rather than that, he throws it away, comes back, and has a second down opportunity. Now 3rd and about 5.
Aggies are 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions today. And they need 5. And Lega's pass in traffic.
Whoa!
Tipped around. Now there is a flag down as Micah Davis, the intended target.
Yeah, Coates might get called here for pass interference.
And another injury on the field. But you're right, Alema. I think Coates was on the back of the receiver.
Player down for Nevada on the
Yeah,
near side of the
KK
field.
Meyer.
That's Meyer.
Yeah, it looks like he's in a little distress.
Holding that left ankle.
Yeah.
Prior to the pass, holding on the defense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down. Timeout on the field for an injury.
So the Aggies will move the change while they attend to Meyer. He's just a freshman, but he's a good one for this defense, and they help him up.
So hopefully he just twisted that ankle and he'll be okay as he walks now right about midfield and headed to the Nevada sideline. As you look at some of the Aggie fans that are here on a long weekend. Some of the
chilly weekend.
I think some of the student body might be out, on vacation, going back home on a long weekend. Veterans Day coming up on Monday.
Yeah. Well,
want to salute all of our veterans out there.
If you notice my attire
Look
today,
at you. You are.
Look, I got the tie.
You are aptly attired in red, white, and blue, both the tie and the socks.
The
you look
socks.
fantastic.
I can't show you my other garments that are also red, white,
But
and
you
blue.
look good.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't think of a better way to spend a long weekend and celebrate and honor our veterans than
Absolutely.
to watch some football.
Lega firing downfield, and he connects with Lane again. Lane's got a couple of big receptions in this game.
And, Frank, that's the type of pass that you got to just lay that thing in there over defenders and make sure you hit your target. Great pass by Cooper Lega.
Very well executed.
18 yards on the pickup. Coop's pass caught inside the 15-yard line. Aggies continue to move the chains as Royals hauls that one in.
Now a little rhythm for this Aggie offense.
And Coates got called for holding on that very same play earlier in the drive.
Faison's got the ball, and Faison inside the 10, bullying his way all the way down. He gets to about the 6. They'll spot it at the 7, so it'll be 1st and goal.
Get the first down, 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. And quickly once again, calling for the snap will be Lega. Somebody's going to take a timeout. Looks like Nevada says, hey, hang on a second.
Out of the half, Nevada, media timeout.
Yeah, I think that's a good timeout call. Nevada reeling a little bit with that high-tempo offense. And we're 7-7 tied up here. Aggies and the Wolfpack.
We are back broadcasting
with a good-looking
Utah
drive
State,
to hold
Nevada. We're on the Mountain West Network. We're on KJS TV in Utah. We're on the Nevada Sports Network in Nevada. We're on Stadium. We're all over the place. And right now, the Aggies are threatening, and they're at the 7-yard line on a 1st and goal. And here they go with Faison. And Faison pushes his way down inside the 5-yard line. And maybe down to the 4. Well, they'll spot it just inside the 5.
Faison just kind of bouncing back and forth in the backfield, waiting for that play to develop. But nice job by the defensive line from Nevada to shut it down.
Lega this time's going to throw. Lega gets rid of that ball, throws in the corner. It was a general direction of Micah Davis. He really had nowhere to go.
Yeah. Smart decision by Lega. Again, just throw the ball away. Give yourself a chance here on 3rd down. Do you think, Alema, they're in 4-down territory?
Well, remember the play, or I should say the drive stalled on their first series that they ended up going for it on 4th down and putting the ball in the end zone. Yes, I think it is 4-down territory. At the same time, I would take 3 points away from here if it
That's a
comes
good
to
point.
that.
Yeah.
Nevada stacked at the line of scrimmage, but a big gap between the defensive line and the secondary.
Brock Lane also just checked in, and Lagaw's going to run it, and Lagaw cut down. He'll get maybe a yard, so now you're looking at a 4th and goal from the 4.
Terrific stand here by the Wolfpack so far.
And just an outstanding job by your safety. That's Meyer, who just walked off with that ankle
with the
injury.
ankle.
Now he's back in and comes up with a huge play for his defense.
Offense stays on the field, 4th and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yikes.
Faison in the backfield. And Coach Anderson just took a timeout. Wants to talk about this one.
First, charged him out of the half. Utah State, media timeout.
This could be one of those where you take a timeout, you come out of it, and you go with the field goal.
Right.
We'll see. All right, we'll be back. Aggies with a decision to make. Well, the Aggies took the timeout, and just as we talked about going to break, talked themselves into the field goal. So here we go. Elliot Nimrod with the field goal attempt, 7 of 9 in field goals this year, as long as 45, so this is basically a point after, although he is on the hash mark.
Well, listen, Nimrod does have a touchdown this year.
That's right.
On a fake.
That was against James Madison. And that's as far as we'll go with that.
We'll leave it right there.
That field goal is up and good.
I may or may not still be receiving hate mail from James Madison.
It was an
if you're
interesting
interested,
situation.
Google that.
Yeah, just Google James Madison penalty cell phone. That's all you need to know.
I never thought we'd go viral over something like that. Oh, here we
Here
go.
comes the push-ups.
The push-up.
Tyson Ewing, our statistician, will be keeping track
he'll
of the
be
total.
calculating.
Well, it's simple now, right? It's 21. Oh, 17. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah,
Field goal.
it's simple for some
This is
people.
why I don't do math.
Hey, would you consider that a win for the Nevada defense?
I would.
Yeah,
I would say yes, that you were able to keep them out of the end zone, because the 3 plays that you had right there when it was 1st and goal from the 7, I think were the kind of plays that you're looking for from your defense with a situation or a season that you're not playing for a whole lot. You're looking at these guys and you want to make sure that,
Look at this.
kick.
Look at this.
My. Now there's
It
a
didn't
flag
go-
down, so
it
probably
didn't go
doesn't
10
matter
yards.
anyway.
And it didn't go 10 yards. There's a flag down because it's special teams. It may be a requirement to drop a flag on special teams. And then it didn't go 10 yards. But wait. Utah State's
Wait a
saying
second.
they have the ball.
It did go 10, so it did travel 10
It
yards.
did go 10 yards. You're right.
And what happened, I believe, is it would be encroachment, or would it be offsides?
It's got to be offsides.
Offside, number 18, kicking team, 5 yards from the previous spot. We'll replay the free kick.
Oh, boy.
Well, the element of surprise is gone. Do you think they'll try it again?
Yeah, that always works twice in a row.
Well, we'll watch the replay here. So the ball's got to get so that it does travel 10 yards, but somebody just got off a little bit early.
Yep.
I always feel like on kickoffs, you're almost offside just about every time, because as the ball's kicked, everyone's on a dead sprint.
Yeah, it's
You gotta time it
It's hard to
perfectly.
choreograph 10 guys
Yeah.
and make sure every one of them stays behind the kicker.
All right, well, this time they have the return on, and a good return all the way up near the 40-yard line. So Bell helps out there, and the Wolfpack will be set up nicely.
Well, certainly that penalty allows a return because you back you up 5 yards.
31 yards on the return.
Great starting field position for the Wolfpack, who have shown some flashes on the offensive side today, and I'm impressed with A.J. Bianco. Just a redshirt freshman, 6'4", 215, 220-pounder at the quarterback position. Looks like he's managing it well.
We talk about guys playing, mature beyond their years.
Sean Dollars.
You know, it's different, though, Alema, with guys stepping into collegiate football now. There's so much training and preparation. They go like you and I, we played probably 3 or 4 different sports. We weren't focused on one thing, but it's a different animal these days.
Yeah, guys
kids
are going to camps.
Much more prepared.
And I can tell you from experience and knowing the Lee brothers, Cal Lee, Ron Lee, Darnell Arsenal, former Utah quarterback.
Absolutely, number 14.
How about bouncing it outside? Bianco, he's got some room. And we told you he's dangerous to run with the football, and he's got a first down before Ike Larson brings him down.
Well, I love this. You know, I like quarterbacks that are 6'4", 6'5", 6'3". You know, I'm not a huge fan of the quarterbacks that are 5'11", 6 foot, because they have a hard time seeing over the line of scrimmage. So I like this as a body type for a quarterback, but you still have to be able to be mobile. And Bianco is that.
You saw the escapability on that play right there.
First down. And again, it's this time Bell, and Bell gets to the outside, finally tripped up, but not before he picks up great yardage.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle at the very last minute.
And Dye got him just barely by the ankle.
Bell was looking to ring the bell and just got tripped up.
20 yards on the pickup. And now the Wolfpack on the move. Derek Sage is the offensive coordinator for Ken Wilson as they look to the sideline.
They'll tighten this formation, bring Crocker back inside.
Yeah, there was a little movement. The offensive lineman stood up.
Snap, false start, number 71, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
He stood up. It was Timoteo. He stood up, and then he tried to sneak his hand back down into a set position. It's like no one would.
Worked.
You might not see it.
12 penalties now in this game between these two teams. My goodness. So a 1st and 15 as they back that up. And Bianco to throw. And Bianco is brought down. Ran out of room. And there's the sack.
Well, that time, Bianco stood in the pocket as long as he could, but the Aggies finally able to get home.
Terrific coverage downfield by the Aggies. Bianco just didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. And then the coverage at the defensive line converged on the quarterback, and he couldn't escape.
Spires battling and finally able to get off his block and get to Bianco.
2nd and 18. Bianco hit. It's picked off. Intercepted. Intercepted, and the Aggies are going to take it to the house. Tuiaki.
Talk about a huge play by this Aggie defense. The pressure immediately up the middle and getting in Bianco's face. He tried to get rid of the ball, and Sidney Tuiaki was right there.
Have you ever seen 280 pounds run 60 yards, 65 yards untouched? Well, he did it.
Well, you know what he ought to do is he ought to take 40 yards of that, clip it off, and send it to the pro scouts and say, this is my 40 time right here.
My 40. Yeah, I think his still was like a 5.2.
The first 40. Point after is up and good. Tuiaki from nearby East High School in Salt Lake City. One of the locals on this team, and that's not only his first interception, but obviously his first touchdown as well. And you've got to credit the defense as well, because the hit on Bianco is what really enabled that play to happen.
That's exactly right. The pressure up front just didn't allow Bianco to get his feet set and throw the ball. And then in his throwing motion, the ball's tapped up in the air. And how about that?
Well, if we get another replay of this, as soon as Bianco let the ball go, he was able to see Tuiaki get the interception, and I think he put his hands to his head. Is like, oh no.
Oh, no. It's the worst feeling.
He knew exactly what was going to be the result of that play.
Yeah.
Incidentally, that's 34 push-ups for our military representatives here.
For those
Utah
keeping
State.
track at home.
Yeah. We had a game, first game of the year, in fact.
So
Utah State
Yeah.
scored 78 points, and I think the push-up count was in the 500s. Here's that replay.
And you saw the expression from Bianco. He knew exactly where that was going.
I love Tuiaki striding into the end zone. Wow. Well, let's see
Hey,
if
he used it all, didn't he?
yeah, there's
Yeah.
plenty of time left here. 7:56. If there is a comeback here for Nevada on the offensive side, who's shown pretty good offense at times today.
All right, Bianco's pass, Campbell the target.
Yeah,
And
there's
it's
a
gonna
Well,
be
now a late
unnecessary.
hit, I believe, on Bianco.
There's 2 penalties. There's a late hit on the quarterback, and there's an unnecessary roughness on the defensive back. I believe that's Switzer, who came in late and hit after the ball hit the turf.
So those penalties should offset and will replay first down.
No, I think it's two
it's two
penalties
against the
on the
Aggies.
defense.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
But you can't stack them up, but if you could. But either way, these are going to be expensive. The officials are talking about it now. Here we go.
There are 2 fouls in a play, one by each team. Personal foul, face mask, number 70, offense. Personal foul, targeting, number 3, defense. The ruling on the field of targeting is under further review.
Targeting. I didn't see targeting in full speed. And I didn't see the offensive.
I think the targeting may have happened
mask
on
either.
the. There,
Oh.
there it is. That's
I don't know if that's targeting.
yeah. Well, they'll review it, and I don't think that will be a targeting call.
As I'm looking at that, it doesn't look like he's leading with the
No,
helmet.
he's not. And the head referee is over now at the monitor at about the 12-yard line and taking a look.
Blake Anderson's very close to
At
him
the
in
replay.
case he makes the wrong decision. He's talking to him right now. Another official comes over to, and here we go. Here is the call.
After review, there is no foul for targeting. The personal foul, face mask penalty on number 70, and then forced half the distance to the goal from the previous spot. Replay first down.
So it was face mask on the offense.
Offensive face mask.
Yeah.
Is that what you saw, Lima?
Well, that's why
unbelievable
I
because
said offsetting
Yeah,
penalties.
you were right, Alema.
you did, but I think
our
you just got
apologies, yeah.
your guess right. I'm not sure you actually saw that.
Okay.
I was gonna.
You were 50-50 and you guessed
So
right.
let's be honest.
So
you
Fox,
don't see
Fox
offensive.
apologized,
Yeah, I did.
and
I
you
will
doubled
not.
down.
I will not.
That's right.
Why am I not
Frank
surprised?
is not letting that one go. All right, so here we go. Back to live action. Bianco keeps trying to get the edge. Boy, that was dangerously close to another hit that could have been
Tell you, Switzer.
flagged. He's
Yeah.
got to be careful.
He has to be super careful. And that's a good read by Bianco,
Yeah.
who saw the blitz coming up and kept the ball. His running back got crushed. That was dollars.
Well, you're always curious and want to see how a quarterback responds after throwing an interception, and even more so a pick six.
All right, Bianco again stands in the pocket, firing for Campbell. Oh, almost a great catch on coverage, though. Dickerson did not allow that to happen.
Well, I could not be more impressed so far by Bianco. Like this pass right here, I mean, that is laced in there perfectly. And unfortunately incomplete for Nevada, but Bianco has shown the ability to throw the ball downfield extremely well.
Big third down here.
Yeah,
third
this
down.
is huge. 3rd and 17. As the line to gain is the 35-yard line. So Bianco needs a big play here. Here we go. And Bianco, he's going to take off. He's got a long way to go, but Bianco dragged down A couple of Aggies collide, but he's about 5 yards shy of the first. So you got a 4th and 5 coming, and the Wolfpack will kick it away.
Well, Bianco looking downfield and just no one to throw to. Great job in the secondary by this Aggie defense. And so he had to tuck and run. That was really his only option.
All right, so Matt framed a punt away to Micah Davis standing at his 30-yard line. And good kick, driving him all the way back near the 20 and out of bounds at the 24. 52-yard kick, 1-yard return.
Media timeout.
So the Aggies with a 17-7 lead will come back. We're on KJazz TV, the Mountain West Network, Stadium, and the Nevada Sports Network. Conference football, Dave Fox, Lemma Harrington, Frank Dolce, Tyson Ewing, our spotter and statistician. And we've had a good game throughout. Aggies held on that. There was a lot going on that last drive, by the way, with the mixture of penalties and whatnot. But here we go, Utah State 1st and 10, as once again, Briggs. It's the Briggs drive.
Great job by Briggs this time. You watch him as he gets through the hole on that play. Really, the goal is you want to lock up the guys at the line of scrimmage and get to the linebackers, right?
There he is again, and that's what he did right there.
Did it once again, and give credit to that offensive line and the big guys up front. Briggs looked like he's limping a little bit.
Nevada wasn't even lined up on the last play because Utah State is going tempo again.
Right. This time Legault to throw. Legault's pass is tipped, and that might be intercepted, and it is. That is picked off, and a big turnover.
The ruling on the field is an interception. First down, Nevada.
For Nevada, I don't know why it wouldn't be, but
well,
Bishop Turner, number 15.
Let's see.
That's an interception.
Yeah, that looked like he secured the ball. Turner did before he got to the ground.
Was that James Hansen that tipped it?
No. It was Wyatt Bowles, the offensive lineman.
Okay.
I think that he threw it off his helmet.
You think so? Because Hansen is the Utah State transfer.
Yeah.
That plays for Nevada.
I think it hit off of Bowles' helmet.
We'll have to check
Let's
the
see
replay
if we can get another
one.
replay on that.
Lemma is saying that didn't happen.
I
Lemma's
thought the hand of Hansen is the one that got up and deflected that ball. You might be right.
I don't think so. I think it was off the helmet of Wyatt Bowles, his offensive lineman.
Well,
see if we
at
can get
any
some
rate,
clarification on that some
we
point.
need to sell a sponsorship for the parts of the game where you and I disagree.
Which is every part.
Ooh. We'll just find an attorney for that. Sean Dollars on the carry. He's still going. They'll spot it at the 39.
Well, they'll stop
Well,
his forward progress at
that's still going.
about the 39, but
where he
he
ended
didn't
up.
fall down to the ground until the 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're backing it up, though. The whole line was already set up there. The official's like, no, you need to back up.
Pretty good run there
Yeah, it was.
by Dollars.
But it's still a 2nd and 7. And Bianco gives to Dollars again, trying to get the edge on the outside. And Dollars is going to be very close to a first down here. It'd be maybe a yard shy. 3rd and 1 coming.
Well, it's just speed on speed right here. And Booth able to capitalize on a bit of an angle there.
3rd and 1. Derek Sage, the offensive coordinator, sending in the final signals before they snap the ball here. Play clock, plenty of time, down to 10.
They seem
they're
pretty
going to have to
relaxed.
go eventually, though. Now
Dollars
it's down
is hurt.
to 5.
Dollars is hurt.
Yeah, they're going to have to take a timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right,
Second.
Frank.
Charged him out of the half. Nevada, 30 seconds.
Yeah, Dollars is going straight to the trainers. You can see that. So we'll have to check that. And Bianco recognized that immediately.
Yeah.
It went back, put his arm around him.
Yeah.
When he did that, I thought, this is an interesting. I've never seen this before.
He's only sharing the play with Dollars.
That's it. We had some special
Yeah, you
communication.
knew
Now he
something
hurt.
was up there. Good
Well-
crowd here in Logan on a beautiful sunny day. Football in November. Fantastic.
Yeah, I can't ask for better weather. And I bet, it's a great college football environment. There's a great college football town. We're talking about Logan, Utah.
The setting here with the mountains in the background. I mean, this is a beautiful spot. Cache Valley.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Both these teams, big games coming up after this one. Utah State will take on Boise State, and Nevada takes on Colorado State, although the Rams have slipped a little bit since that amazing opening night against the University of Colorado. And here we go. Oh, well, he turned. By the way, that was Lewis back into the game.
Yeah.
So Brendan Lewis, the regular starter,
And
and he
go
ends up
back-
with, big pickup.
He'll go back to the sideline. Looked like he turned the wrong way,
Yeah.
but turns it into something. Now Lewis will go back to the sideline, and Bianco will come back in.
Interesting. Well, and Sean Dollars is also back into the game. So here we go, first down for Nevada. And Dollars trips ahead, gets 3 yards on the pickup before Tafisi brings him down.
Another nice run there. Nevada's run the ball well today. Utah State looks like they have walked another person into that front set, the box, as they say. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Now they're dropping one off. More of a 4-2 look, but trying to manage that Nevada run.
Yeah, and Dollars just left again, so now Bell comes back in and gets little, maybe a yard.
He was wrapped up quickly by Devin Dye, the sophomore out of San Diego.
So 3rd and 5. Bell will stay in the backfield. Now he's splitting out. Bell, of course, a wide receiver, but also will carry the football. Empty back now for Bianco. And here we go. Bianco's got to get rid of it. He literally had to unload that football because he was about to get flattened. And the pressure coming, I believe that was Switzer again.
Actually did get to the arm of Bianco. You'll see it right here as he knows he's got to get rid of the ball, but you see Switzer is able to get to him and disrupt that pass, and it falls incomplete.
So a field goal coming. And this will be 38 yards for Brandon Talton. His long is 52, so well in his range.
Whoa, he blasted
And
that
that
thing.
kick, yeah, as you said, Frank, blasted right through. He's now 11 of 15 on field goals this year. And Nevada able to keep pace, matching the Aggies' field goal. And still a 7-point lead for Utah State.
So after the interception,
We were talking about
defense
that.
able to hold at least to a field goal.
How quickly they run plays here. And there's a method
State.
to the madness. They're running a play
Yeah.
every 21 seconds. And Blake Anderson was explaining to us it has a lot to do with recruiting,
Yeah.
who he can recruit.
Well, it's recruiting and it's NIL. It was an
Right, right.
interesting
Yeah.
conversation because, according to Coach Anderson, 8 players,
8 of his
impact
best players.
are now at other universities. I don't want to name the one down south that has made this their best recruiting ground. But 2 of them ended up at BYU.
And
A limb.
a lot of linemen.
Several linemen,
Yeah.
and so
Well,
what
that's the-
Coach Anderson can recruit at the
Yeah.
offensive and defensive line is not what you're going to get at Alabama or Georgia or one of those kinds of schools.
So the point of the rapid offense play is to give what he does have an advantage or
Yeah,
wear out.
you get your guys in condition. But you think about it, right? Skill position guy, there are a lot of fast guys in the world.
Right.
All right, or in the country that you can recruit. But think of how many 6'4", 300-pound athletic guys
Linemen,
are there
yeah.
in the world? Not a lot.
Not a ton.
Not a lot.
With athleticism.
Right.
I mean, yeah. And so Nevada faces the same issue,
Exactly.
trying to recruit at the line of scrimmage. By the way, Nevada only averaging 129 yards per game on the ground. They have 121 yards today in
Already?
the first half.
Wow. Inside pass to Micah Davis, well read, and no gain.
Nice job by the secondary once again, just minimizing the plays or the gains that can be made here.
Quick to the play. It's caught by Royals, and Royals still up. And they finally bring him down. It's going to be very close to the first down. I think they're going to give him the first down. They
looks
are.
like it.
Yeah, move the chains. So extra effort on Royals' part as we go inside 2 minutes.
We talked most recently about Bianco responding to an interception, and now Cooper Laga to see how he responds on this drive.
And they'll try to get a few more on the ground. Oh, what a hit. Oh, my word.
Wow.
A face on just got knocked 5 yards back. They're going to give him forward progress. But, oh, my word, what a hit.
Mateo Lona.
Alona, just you watch him come up from that linebacker spot and just lay the leather.
Man,
Laga again. Oh, this would be a great catch if they get
And
it
it
to him,
is.
and they do. Micah Davis.
The ruling on the field is completed pass. It's third down.
Davis drags the toe. You can see the pellets from the turf being kicked up. We'll get a replay once they slow down here in a second. But that was
hard
a
to get him in, isn't it?
fantastic catch.
They're back up to that 19-second pace. Hold on.
The ruling on the field of completed pass is under further review.
They're going to look again.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to say this happened just below our broadcast position, and it looked like his toe was dragging. You see the pellets from the turf being kicked up here. Watch right here. Drags the toe.
did he complete the catch?
I believe he did.
We could not
The
see.
official was right on top of that part of it.
Yeah. Our angle, we couldn't see if he completed the catch, but I do believe he had a foot down in bounds, and from what we could see, secured the football. But that would have to come from upstairs
Well,
to stop the play
Yeah, that's
to
right.
make
Exactly.
the review. So maybe the replay official saw something that we did not.
yeah, I'm not sure how many different angles they have to review here, but even the one that we just saw, which was the live angle, the high angle, it was hard to tell. You couldn't tell whether he did or did not. So then I still think that you would have to allow the call on the field to
Right.
stand.
Then not enough to overrule.
Let me ask you both a question. Has replay made the game better?
Yes.
It's made
No.
it slower.
The correct answer is no.
Okay, let's see
Replay
right
has
here.
not made the
Well,
game
here,
better.
we'll answer in a moment.
After review, the ruling on the field of completed pass is confirmed. It's third down.
Not just stands.
But
Not just
confirmed,
stands,
yeah.
Frank.
Yep.
Confirmed.
It's confirmed.
There's a big difference.
Well, I think they got that
Frank,
right,
you bring up
but
a good point. It's as long as they can keep the game moving somewhat, and I don't know. That's just one of those debates that's going to go on.
we've all-
Isn't it? Aren't we all in favor of getting it right?
Yes,
I
we've
mean,
all been
that's
involved.
The bottom line.
With
Yeah.
broadcasts, on a high school game where there is no replay, where the call was wrong, and you would like
Yep.
to see them be able to get it right.
And
Yeah.
we've seen replay where the call is wrong.
Okay.
And you take
Okay.
2 minutes
Now you're
to
just
make the
being
wrong
cynical.
call.
Cooper Laga has a first down and more. And Laga across midfield, the Aggies down to the 47-yard line. 1:10 to play.
Yeah, design draw here, and you got fly sweep motion going on, and just great blocking up front.
Faison in the backfield now, and Laga to throw. And Laga gets out of trouble there, fires downfield. The general direction of Vaughn, but boy, he was being harassed.
Something happened at the line of scrimmage that didn't go well for Utah State because that was just a 3-man rush by Nevada, and they were able to get the pressure on Laga. So a nice job by that defensive line of Nevada.
Second down, 10. Nevada showing a little pressure. Mike Bethea, the defensive coordinator for the Wolfpack. And Legog, good pressure picked up in the backfield, and that's a touchdown for Micah Davis. Who was the running back?
Great job up front. Protection. Giving Legog long enough. They brought 6, so you got man coverage all the way across. No safety help. And so that means you are wide open. If you can make the move, you're going to be wide open.
How about the block phase on through, by the way? That's the one that really gave him that extra split second to throw that ball.
Terrific protection up front.
Yep.
No question about it. Legog had plenty of time to find Davis streaking downfield.
Nimrod's point after is good, and the Aggies go up 24-10 inside a minute to play in this first half.
After that play, Cole Moats, offensive tackle for Utah State, took himself out of the game. Looked like he was limping off the sideline a little. I was trying to see if he's getting some treatment on the sideline, but I had another thought on that, Alema.
Yeah.
Follow me along here. Now, that was like a 50-yard touchdown pass, and if Cole Moats also plays on special teams, he would have to now run 50 yards to go line up for the point after. I'm just curious. You think he made a business decision and decided not to run 50 yards downfield and just make his way to the sideline?
I think that this might be more of a reflection on how you think.
This is what I deal with this all year, folks. 'Cause one's a former Aggie and one's a former Ute.
Whoa,
wait! You just got to get used to it.
We're both Aggies now.
We-
one's a former Ute, one's a former Cougar.
Cougar, I mean.
And we're Aggies now.
But we're all Aggies
We're fans.
now.
Yeah.
We're fans of the Mountain West Conference. I mean, that's where our allegiance lies.
Well,
But Alema makes a point.
That's where we played, right?
With their base defense, 3 down linemen, now 4 at the line of scrimmage.
Pass complete, out in the flat. Flag is down. And Dollars gets a couple of yards, but let's check this flag.
Interesting. I didn't see any movement. I wonder if it's a
Offside, number 8,
Lined
defense in the neutral zone at the snap, 5-yard penalty, replay second down.
Lined up in the neutral zone. That is Motu'upuaka. That'll get them close to first down yardage. It'll make it a much more manageable, at least, situation here.
Oh, absolutely. Second down.
Yeah, second down and 5 now. And here we go with Dollars. And Dollars skips ahead, gets a couple. 3rd and 3 coming.
Now they ran right into a stunt there. Watching the linebackers. Tafisi coming through. He spins out, but Motupuaka is there.
Why not? I mean, this is a play here that Nevada's run the ball so effectively today. I wouldn't mind keeping it on the ground right here. 3rd down, about 4 yards to go. We'll see what they do. Now they shift their running back out.
Bianco sacked. And down he goes. Paul Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald, 6'3", 240. And you see Bianco coming up, his shoulder pads all kinds of sideways. And Fitzgerald just coming off that edge unblocked.
Well,
drives Bianco into the ground.
Bianco is fortunate. He held on to that football as Fitzgerald comes from the blind side and nearly knocks it away. But he hangs on and forces the punt.
Oh, just got that kick away, and Davis will watch that bounce, and it'll roll out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So the Aggies, after that 41-yard kick, will have the football leading 24-10 to get things going here in the second half.
Well, not the start you were hoping for if you're the Wolfpack, Alema, coming out of the third quarter.
Watch this, almost blocked. The outreach fingertips just barely gets that punt away. You know, it's Bowman that was stretched out there, try to get that block.
So Faison starts at the running back position, along with Cooper Laga in the backfield. And here we go. Snap was a little bit low. Uh-oh. It's the old flea flicker going downfield for Davis. There is a flag, got 2 flags down. And there's a flag down in the backfield. We got 3 flags, a lot of laundry to clear up here.
I think there's going to be a hold on the offense, pass interference on the defense, as Nevada brought pressure on the flea flicker.
There are 2 fouls in the play, 1 by each team. Holding, number 62, offense. Pass interference, number 7, defense. Those fouls offset. Replay, first down. Correction, the pass interference foul is on number 3.
Did you say number 7 initially?
Yes.
Because number 7 was like, that wasn't me.
Yeah, so Coates gets the pass interference.
Hey,
That's right.
hey, don't call me for that penalty.
All right, so here we go with first down, and Faison gets the football, and Faison gets upfield, and here he goes. Rasul Faison across midfield and much more, finally brought down but by Walker Burgess, but what a pickup. 46 yards, guys, on that run.
Faison changed directions about 5 different times on this. Comes back across the grade. He's going to turn it back inside, and then he's going to go back outside again, back inside.
Faison is like, why did you give me the ball? Again, I just ran 48 yards. Why did you give me the ball again?
Well, he ran like it.
They'll bring Briggs in now.
Yeah.
But they were trying to go pace again after that long run and capitalize.
Right. You got to do it. So he gets 3 despite being knocked back, the forward progress. So second down and 7. And, yes, Robert Briggs now into the game. And Laga looks like he's going to keep it. Laga cuts it upfield. Big hit by Blackwell, but Laga picks up a couple. It's going to be a 3rd and 3.
You got to like that from your quarterback every now and then, just lower the shoulder and take on a linebacker. You don't want to do that too often.
Not very often. No, not very often. And Laga has been productive running the football today. Nevada's been good on the defensive side, but not great at the line of scrimmage. Here, look at this.
3 for 7 on 3rd down conversions, and this one's going to be a tough one. And right into the sun. And that wasn't going to go anywhere. So now you got 4th down, and it looks like Coach will run the punt team out there.
Well, how many times do you...
the field goal.
How many times do you have a situation like that, and you're telling the guy, you got to just fall on the ball? But watch, he looks back here. He sees, okay, I can pick this thing up and try to throw it, and we won't lose the yardage. I thought just a great, play to make something out of nothing here and not lose any yardage on that.
And he did have Davis available.
37-yard field goal attempt. Elliot Nimrod on the kick. And that kick is right down the center. So the lead goes back to 17, 27-10, as the Aggies come out and get points early here in this 3rd quarter. Utah State and Nevada. And in their history, by the way, Nevada actually leads the series 19-7. They even lead it here in Logan, guys. But Utah State has won 3 of the last 5. Nevada with the ball when we come back. Back here in Logan, Utah, Dave Fox, along with Lemon Harrington, Frank Dolce, Tyson Ewing, our spotter and statistician, on a beautiful, I feel like saying fall day. Technically, it is still fall, but this late in November, we can get anything here in Utah. It's the same thing in Nevada. You never know what the weather's going to be like in Reno this kind of year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just beautiful right now.
Whoa, how about that? You see the
the gal that comes out and claims the tee.
I wish we had more control over the shots, but she comes out, she does a full flip, grabs the tee, and then runs back.
Well, I think that was
it was a cartwheel.
Just
like you always round up, I'm calling it a flip.
I think it was a cartwheel or a round off.
I think that was a triple sow cow.
we'll
Still
get a shot at it.
impressive. Whatever it was, it's impressive. It's something to watch.
We'll try to get that a little bit later on, see how that goes. All right,
there's
Nevada
a good
with the
fake.
football, and here we go. Bianco's pass caught downfield, and a big hit out of bounds after Campbell has the reception.
That was a one-handed grab by Campbell. Watch this.
Bianco looking down. Bang! He just stabbed that thing out of the air.
First down up to the 36-yard line. Sean Dollars checking in the backfield. And A.J. Bianco, the redshirt freshman, getting the start today. And Bianco firing downfield and
There's gotta be.
overshoots Spencer Curtis.
Spencer,
No flag.
Spencer Curtis was being like,
Assaulted on the sideline.
yes, I was looking for the appropriate word. I think assault is the appropriate word. As Curtis, I mean, the ball was probably not a catchable ball, but there was more than just some hand fighting.
I would agree with that.
Second down 10. Just underway here, second half. Nevada needs to get something going, and not going to happen right there as A.J. Bianco is brought down.
Man, Switzer has been super active in
Yeah,
the
he
secondary
has.
today. Well, not secondary. He's kind of a
Great
linebacker.
job. I think this three-man front, they get a lot accomplished. Motu'u Puaka is one of those guys, very disruptive. Because you always think, three-man front, whether or not the linebackers are coming or not, you're supposed to have the numbers on the offensive line.
Here we go, third down. Bianco. Bianco wants it all. Firing deep downfield for Campbell. That goes out of bounds.
That one looked like it just got away from him. By the way, Bianco's numbers in the first half, 5 for 11. 1 interception, 59 yards. Did have that touchdown.
That was the first half. He only completed 5 passes in the first half. It felt like he was more productive in the first half. But only 5 receptions, 5 completions. That's certainly not where they want to be.
Micah Davis back at his 27-yard line on a 4th and 9, and all sorts of movement going on. You never know what might erupt into a fake punt, but this kick is away.
Flag.
There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. We'll check that.
And I'm curious whether or not they didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage here.
We also have a player down.
Player down, going for a block.
Oh, let's check the
Is
flag.
that 8?
It almost looks like 6. Is that Ike Larson?
Illegal formation on the kicking team. More than 4 players in the backfield at the snap. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. Timeout on the field.
Yeah, that's Ike Larson. He's a key defensive and special teams player for this team, but he is sitting up. We'll check Ike's status when we come back. Good news for the Aggies. Ike Larson got up, was able to leave the field under his own power. He is such a key part of this Aggie defense. That's
and not
good to
just
see
that,
for
those
them.
special teams,
Yeah,
too. He's
you're
got a
right, all the
couple
way
of
around, yeah.
block kicks on this season,
Yep.
and that's where he was injured, trying to block that punt there.
He had that block against Connecticut, UConn, earlier in the season that won the game for the Aggies. Laga trying to improvise and completes downfield. That's an Aggie first down as Vaughn's got the reception.
And improvise, as you mentioned, very nicely on this play. Watch him step up in the pocket, climbs the pocket, and just a little touch pass over the middle.
Robert Briggs with the carry. Briggs cuts it back. Here comes a flag.
We've seen a lot of flags today.
Holding, number 87, offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
This is the 17th combined penalty.
17.
Accepted, right?
Wait,
So
is
there's
this-
actually more flags.
Yeah,
than that.
there might be 19
or
total.
20.
Yeah, and I don't. We're not. This isn't the Raiders, right?
No.
This is not the Raiders of the NFL playing. I think they have 27 penalties per game.
Nevada showing a little pressure there.
Well, Nevada's trying to get home to the quarterback. Utah State doing a nice job at the offensive line.
Ooh, high snap. But
Ooh, look at
Legault
this.
gets it to Briggs, and Briggs dropped for a loss. So they're just going backwards on this drive as Johnson got in there to end that.
Big wave of white jerseys in the backfield immediately. As soon as Briggs took the snap, took the handoff, it looked like he didn't know where he could go.
2nd and 23. Legault this time to throw, and Legault's pat. Oh, Micah Davis can't hold on. We call, the three of us call a lot of high school games here locally, and we had a game 2 days ago. It was a semifinal game where I think it was Timpview had 15 penalties in a win.
Yes.
Just themselves.
Sometimes you're that good that you can do that.
Overcome
Well,
they barely
You
won.
can
They only
overcome
won by
it.
2 points. But
Well-
15 penalties. It's like 165 yards or something like that. But they're racking them up in this game. Getting outside his Briggs. Again, can he get the edge? And he's tackled before he can even get back to the original line of scrimmage as Dre Watts brings him down.
Well, give credit to Drew Watts because that's tracking down a speedster right there. It's hard to chase Briggs and actually catch him.
Watts had a good angle, but showed some terrific athleticism there as well as he's able to corral Briggs on the sideline.
Number
and force
14
the
is the number
punt.
49 for Nevada.
Well, Briggs is only 185 pounds.
Yeah,
and
right.
Watts is 220. That's a lot to carry.
Drew's out of Palmdale, California. He has 4 fumble recoveries this year. Look at this return. How about this? And Nevada set up nicely all the way down to the 40-yard line. Carlos Sandy. Unbelievable return there as the Aggies special teams let that one get away.
Timeout on the field.
And no flags.
Yeah, the bigger story. No flags
No
on
flag.
that play, but a missed tackle, certainly in film review. Coming up next week, they'll be looking at that one and saying, we got a tackle better than that. We'll come back. Nevada with the ball when we return.
Where are they putting the freaking ball? Everybody's going to say that the rest of the night.
We are back in Nevada after Marcel Walker-Burgess set them up nicely on that huge punt return. How about that?
Ball's
oh,
on the
ball's
ground.
out. The Aggies have it.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
I don't
First
know if
down, Utah State.
the sun was in Bianco's eyes. What happened here? Maybe he hadn't fully. No, he called for this. It just went through his hands. So it goes through Bianco's hands, get kicked by Dollars, and recovered by Utah State.
Wow, what a big turn of events here. Aggies already leading 27-10.
Well, you get this great punt return,
Huge punt return. Yep.
and set you up with good field position. Maybe an opportunity for possibly a momentum shift here in the second half, and then you end up with a fumble.
All right, Russell Faison back in the backfield along with Cooper Legault. Here we go. The Aggies have the football again, and Faison gets the first carry of the drive, picks up 4.
You don't notice it, but Utah State's push with their offensive line 4 yards downfield. So it looks like Nevada's playing really hard up front, but still getting pushed by that Aggie offensive line.
2nd down, 6. And on the play fake, Legault's pass complete to Terrell Vaughn. But
Oh, ball's out.
That ball's out again.
And the beanbag is out,
Yeah, but they're saying
and they're saying 3rd down.
Yeah.
Bought a lot of Burchell.
It was
He
exciting for a
knocked that
minute.
ball out momentarily.
3 of 9 on 3rd down conversions. It's a 3rd and 2. And Rasul Faison in the backfield for the Aggies. And he's got it. And Faison's got the first down.
Stays on his feet. I think that's a good call there on 3rd down and 2, the way you're pushing around the defensive line if you're Utah State.
Well, again, you see Faison and Briggs, they'll hesitate in the backfield, let blocks develop.
And here we go with Legault. Flag down, of course. Jalen Royals has it, but hold on.
Number 50.
Personal foul, illegal chop block, numbers 3 and 79. Offense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Wow.
So they teamed up on that one.
Yeah. And a chop block is when you have an offensive lineman engaged
Right.
up high, and then someone else comes over and hits him below the knee and chops his legs out. That's the chop block. You know, we used to get called for that all the time.
You better not say BYU.
Well, BYU perfected it, but Air Force,
Well,
Air
Yeah,
Force.
no, you're right.
No,
they
used to
did.
get
Yeah.
called
No,
for
Air
the chop
Force,
block all
and,
the
and
time.
still, you better bring your shin guards if you're playing Air Force.
Faison trying to get outside, lowers the head, and Faison will pick up a few. He's got a long way to go. Emily Johnson knocked him down. Johnson out of Hercules,
Well,
California.
You know, you see how much you pay for a chop block because it is one of those.
Laga, oh, big flag. 2 flags are out, so disregard this play because there's hankies all over the place. There's one on the far sideline.
There was one in the far, one in the middle of the field, and those flags went up.
Illegal substitution on the defense. More than 11 players on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
That must be why Mike Bethea, the defensive coordinator, was furious over there. He didn't argue the call, but he was letting his team know something wasn't right.
Well, that penalty will help the Aggies a little bit recover from the chop block penalty that moved them back 15.
Yeah, they're still at second and about 13 right now. And Cooper Laga throwing. Oh, he was about to throw back. Instead, he's going to run. Now throws downfield, and that one's batted out of the hands of Brock Lane. Good defensive play right there. And now a 3rd and long.
Well, nice job by Gabriel Bryan. He comes in and is able to knock that ball away at the last second. You know, good play, smart play by Cooper Laga, but just a nice defensive play by Gabriel Bryan at the end of that play.
Line to gain is the 36. It's a 3rd and 14. And here we go. Laga going to dump it off short to Faison, but there's just no room at all. And now 4th and long. And the Aggies will have to kick it away.
So Nevada takes advantage of the penalty, holds Utah State, and they will receive the ball back here on the punt.
So they walk away from that fumble without having to pay the price.
Absolutely. That is good sudden change defense by Nevada.
Kick is away and into the end zone. So Nevada will have the football when we come back. 20-yard line, trailing 27-10. 4 minutes to play.
Timeout on the
Third
field.
quarter. Mountain West Conference football coming to you from a beautiful sunny afternoon in Logan. The Aggies and the Wolfpack. We'll be right back. We're back. The Wolfpack have the football. 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mountain West Conference football. And here we go. Little play fake there, and look who's back in the game. Brandon Lewis comes in and runs one of these, and now he's been just, running that play and going to the sideline, but it looks like he's staying in.
A couple of turnovers for the youngster.
That'll do it.
You give him an opportunity out there on the field, and it may not be done for the day, but you want to bring somebody in, maybe Brendan Lewis, to give you a little spark here.
So here is Lewis, and that pass is complete. A little low, but Crocker's got it.
Well,
I'm not sure that ball didn't hit the ground.
I agree.
For a first down.
Even if he caught it, if he catches it and the ball hits the ground, the ball is dead.
Yeah, well, let's
right?
see.
Let's see here.
We didn't
The
get to see
ruling
it.
on the field of a completed pass is under further review.
It's under review. So Lewis, incidentally, is a Colorado transfer. Coming over from Colorado, over 1,100 yards passing this year and over 400 yards rushing. So more than capable of doing Both. When you and I, Frank, visited with Ken Wilson this week, Coach told us that he saw Lewis against Oregon when he was coaching up at Oregon.
Yeah.
And they didn't win, but he played pretty well.
See if this ball
So
hits
he thought,
the ground
we got to
here.
go get this guy.
Yeah.
I think it's on the top of his shoe. I think that ball is on the top
that's
of his
a hard
shoe.
angle to see.
Okay, so
Back to Brendan Lewis.
Bianco goes out 6 of 14, 70 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
And a fumble.
And Brendan Lewis, there's some thought about whether or not that was a
After
fumble.
review, replays determine it's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 6 at the 24-yard line.
You can't catch it off the top of your shoe.
Hey, obviously, it wasn't the top of his shoe. Otherwise, it would have been complete.
Yeah, I give the officials the benefit of the doubt, and then that's how they I'm not doing that
you.
anymore this game.
I'm just thinking if you're Brendan Lewis and Coach Prime is coming in and saying, yeah, my son is a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think it's like I'm going to pack my bags.
Hey, Brendan, I'd like you to introduce you to Shador Sanders. He's a quarterback. Yeah.
Didn't like 60 guys do that?
Oh, yeah.
It was the most turnover in Division I.
In Division I history. All right, so deep ball for Lewis going down that left sideline, and there's some pushing and shoving, but the ball is well overthrown. Campbell wasn't going to be able to get to it, and nothing called, and it's 4th down.
And it's tough. I mean, Brendan Lewis off the bench at this point in the football game to come in and really spark the offense. Struggled there a little bit, and Utah State playing well. It feels like at this point of the game that Nevada might just be a little outmatched in this contest.
No question.
Kick is away, and Micah Davis calls for the fair catch. 42-yard line is where the Aggies will have the football.
Great field position to start this drive.
It was just a 34-yard kick.
Now, the offense has stalled just a little bit of late here. See what head coach Blake Anderson, also, of course, the offensive coordinator, calling the plays, and see what he comes up with here.
By the way, these coaches have developed a nice friendship, both very complimentary of each other when we spoke with them this week.
We saw them on the field earlier today prior to the game.
So 1st down for Utah State, and Cooper Laga. Faison takes the carry, busts it outside, and Faison still up. And Faison finally knocked out of bounds, but what a run to start that drive, guys. He gets all the way down to the 14-yard line.
Well, Faison does a great job. A little hesitation in the backfield, give a dead leg, and then burst outside. Just a great run. Faison, Briggs, both with such burst.
43 yards on that pickup. Here he goes again. They don't even have the chains set up for that play. They're still running down. They're still setting them up.
Jeez. We need a little more conditioning with the chain crew. I tell you, I'm impressed by Drew Watts, the linebacker for Nevada, 32. He's the one who made the play on Faison on the last run, but he has been very productive all over the field on the defensive side.
2nd down, 5. Faison, by the way, 12 carries, 124 yards. So he's popping about 10 yards a carry. But that last one helped a ton.
Yes.
And the play fake going corner. And that's a jump ball that is incomplete. Coates defending Micah Davis. Now you got 3rd and 5.
Did Coates get his head around? I don't know if Coates got his head around, but it looked like he got his hand on the ball.
No, he did. I think he got his head partially around, knew the ball was coming, got up there, jumped, and might have knocked it away.
It's like that defensive back instinct. You kind of feel when the ball is coming.
So 3rd down. Faison. And Faison darts inside, so he's got a 1st down. Not a touchdown, but it's a 1st and goal from the 2.
Well, Faison's got a great ability to watch it as he turns this thing inside. He'll make you think he's going outside, and now he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's how quick they run. You can't even get a replay in, and bam, here they go again. So Faison with the touchdown. My goodness. And, getting back to that 21.2 seconds for every play between plays. That felt like it was about 10 seconds, if that.
Well, Ralph Frias does a nice job, left tackle. Good blocking up front, really allows Faison to go in untouched.
Point after on the way for Elliott Nimrod, and that kick is up and good.
And to the Big 12. And so you really got to convince a kid to stay home for one reason or another, or find other reasons to get one of those top recruits.
Brendan Lewis run out of bounds. But there is a flag down in the backfield. That's going to go against Nevada.
Just saw Blake Anderson indicate that he will decline that
Holding,
penalty.
number 56, offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Yes, another punt coming. Aggies already leading 34-10, and they're about to get the football back. Really playing well on both sides of the ball right now.
Again, back to this idea of, like, how do you get good talent in the trenches? That's really your challenge.
And not only that, it's getting good talent.
And then
in this
being
state,
able to keep them.
You got it.
Right?
That's exactly right. You have to be able to keep that talent.
Yeah, that's almost the bigger challenge. Micah Davis has the ball, and he's wrapped up immediately. 35-yard kick, no return.
Yeah, the thing is, if one of the now flag comes out late, some emotions running high here at Maverick Stadium. But if somebody out of the Big Ten or the SEC, if they missed you out of high school, trust me, they're not missing again.
After the play was over, personal
If you're
foul,
successful-
unnecessary roughness, number 86, return team, 15-yard penalty from the end of the return, 1st down and 10, Utah State.
If you're successful at any other level of football, they will find out.
Yeah.
How
And
we
they
miss
will get
on
you
him?
then.
Let's go get him. Yep.
Yeah.
And
happens
it's
a
not
lot.
like, let's go get him. Let's go offer him $100,000.
Yeah.
That's the
in
thing.
NIL money.
That's the thing about the transfer portal and the NIL is, like, if Alabama misses, well, they get a second chance.
And a third.
And then and then the
They
rich
keep
just
coming.
get richer.
Right.
Like I don't know. I'm kind of mildly a fan of NIL, but not the way it is constituted today.
Laga. It's like it was a designed run from the get-go, and Walker Burgess will have none of that.
Well, it wasn't designed very well.
That
It went for a
is
loss.
the end of the 3rd quarter.
And we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And the Aggies comfortably ahead, leading 34-10. Mountain West Conference football on the Mountain West Network, KJazz TV in Utah, Nevada Sports Network in Nevada, and Stadium. And we welcome you back wherever you're watching us on our multitude of broadcast outlets tonight. Utah State leading 34-10 over Nevada. The Aggies trying to remain in contention for bowl eligibility. If they hang on and win this game, they'll need one more victory out of either Boise State or their game against New Mexico to become bowl eligible. And here we go. Once again, Faison. He's had a really good game. Frank, you talked about his numbers a while back, and his vision today has just been spectacular.
He's been very good.
He's now 140 yards on the game.
And his offensive line has created the seams at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, 7. And Legault, plenty of time. It finally breaks down. He unloads that pass safely out of bounds, and the Aggies will have to punt it away.
Well, that's a good defensive effort right there by Nevada. It feels like, I mean, the game doesn't feel like it's in question at this point, although there is a lot of time left in this football game. But if Nevada wants to work themselves back into the game, that's a really good start.
Walker Burgess back to receive this kick. And Nevada will have it at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, if you're the Wolfpack, you just want your guys to keep on fighting, right? Monte Alona at that time is able to stay with it, finally able to get to the legs of Laga and force a bad throw, or at least a a throw that you had to just burn it. But you want your guys to just keep on staying engaged. You don't want them to feel like, okay, we're out of it, and we got 2 wins on this season. You want to see character. This is where that happens. And Bianco back in the game now.
How about that?
Again.
So back and forth they go. The freshman from St. Louis High School in Hawaii, Lahaina, and he'll give Deshaun dollars and get a couple.
Clarify, he is from Lahaina, Maui.
Right.
And so people wonder, it's like, well, he went to St. Louis High School. I can be from
how's
Lahaina.
that work?
Well, St. Louis High School, Kamehameha High School, Punahou, Damien, these are all private high schools. So you got kids from all over the state and even some from outside of the main island, which is Oahu, which is where St. Louis High School is.
Second down. And Bianco's pass. Oh, what a big hit. The reception for John Jackson, but Devin Dye made him pay.
Dye's come up with a few big hits today.
And nice job by Jackson to hold on to the football.
So if you live in Lahaina, you'd like take a boat every day to high school?
You
I
move.
mean, you would move.
Okay, I'm just checking.
You would move to Oahu.
I mean,
and
unless
then you
rode.
but maintain your.
There's a lot of St. Louis kids, which is in the city part of Honolulu,
Right.
that are from the Kahuku or the North Shore of Oahu.
Okay, I got it. Oh, I mean, Bianco almost laid out. In fact, he was laid out as he let that go, and he is still down. Simeon Harris unloaded. Or, he was on the coverage. It was Sloan who unloaded on him.
Yeah, Sloan got into the backfield untouched, and just as Bianco was releasing the ball, he took a shot from the blind side.
Absolute shot.
Well, the end of the third and a good, portion of, obviously, the start of the fourth here has really been just the defense is on display.
Mm-hmm.
So Micah Davis back at the 20-yard line, waiting the kick of Matt Freeman. That kick, this is a high kick, pushing him all the way back inside the 10. And that's where the Aggies will have the football.
Timeout on the field.
So Utah State comfortably ahead with the football when we come back. We're back. Aggies have the football in a 34-10 lead. A little bit pushed back after that last punt.
Terrific punt.
Yeah, absolutely great punt. And here we go with Rasul Faison, who's really had a good game in the backfield with Cooper Legaw. And Legaw will come out throwing. And Legaw going deep, trying to hit Davis. And the coverage by Amani Johnson, and nothing doing.
Yeah, I think Davis just lost track of it at the very last second. You see the ball here. It might have hit him in the helmet. He's looking back, trying to find it. It does. It hits him right in the helmet. You know what? The defender had his hands. Johnson was able to break that thing up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some might argue he broke it up prior to the ball being on there. So
those that play
that
defense
may have been,
would argue that.
Yeah. Yeah. You might argue that.
Let's go to that ground game. And Faison wrapped up.
Again, the defense just on display here. That was Drew Watts once again coming through from his linebacker position.
Well, the ground game has been so effective. You can see Nevada getting stacked in near the line of scrimmage to stop that ground game.
3rd and 10. Legaw's pass. Oh, it's a little high. He was trying to hit Royals. That would have been a first down if he could have put it in there. But
so 3 and out for the Aggies. By the way, the Aggies, the number 2 offense as far as scoring in the Mountain West, they average 34.9 points per game.
Which is
right
35.
At 34 now.
Which is 35. Atlanta has all these rules for rounding up and rounding down.
You can't round up on scores.
Yeah, but 34.9.
Yeah, on stats you can. On scores you can't.
Here's a good punt.
Yeah, we'll see where this one's going to be marked.
But still, really good field position for Nevada. So They punted away, a great punt for Nevada. The defense holds, and they end up flipping the field. Really good field position here.
Well, they need it because they've struggled in this second half.
It feels like
They haven't scored.
Yeah.
At
Is that your definition of struggling?
That's absolutely.
You haven't scored.
They have
Well,
not scored.
it's turned into a defensive battle.
Indeed, it has. And, obviously the Aggies with 34-10, a 24-point advantage.
Dollar bounces it outside. Well, let me just sum up the Nevada second half. Their drives have finished punt, fumble, and then 3 3-and-outs. So, yeah, it's been a tough road to hoe here in the second half.
With a
That's
3-and-out
their
would
6
be the
drives.
same as a punt, right?
Yeah, but just on 3 downs.
Yeah, but instead
more.
of a multiple play drive, 5 or 6 or 7 plays, it's just 3-and-out. A nice catch down in the corner as Campbell spotted that ball and saw it all the way. That is their
He might
first.
have knocked the wind out of himself on the fall as he goes down
You
to the
think?
ground.
Officials, timeout for an injury.
That's their first down since the 10:25 mark of the third
Watch the
quarter.
hand
I mean,
fighting
unreal.
here at the very end, and that's a
Crafty.
push off.
That's
Certainly.
wait.
You call it crafty?
That was a crafty veteran move by Campbell
Otherwise
as
known
he
as a
as he
push off.
creates separation in
By
order
pushing off.
to receive the pass. I'm not sure what you're talking about. That's a veteran move right there. by
38
Campbell.
yards on the pickup. And Blake Anderson doesn't like. He lets the officials know what he thinks of that. But good news is at least Campbell is being, helped off the field, but he's walking under his own power primarily.
I think there's a good chance he probably just either felt
Yeah.
really bad about the push off, or
well,
he might have gotten the wind knocked out
I
of
think
himself.
a veteran move. Yes, I think he cramped. I thought he cramped, like his calf cramped or something.
Sean Dollars. Oh, here comes a flag. Right in the middle of this pile. So we'll check this one.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, number 48. Defense, that penalty's enforced. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run, automatic. First down.
So Seni Tuiaki, who had the pick 6 earlier in this game, the East High School grad, hands to the face.
If you recall, the touchdown drive that Nevada had earlier was aided by a couple of big penalties, and now this drive gets a little penalty support, if you will.
All right, so 1st and goal from the 7. Dollars has it, and Dollars is wrapped up after he picks up a couple.
Well, with just under 11 minutes left here in this football game, if Nevada can punch one in, they draw within 3 scores and a lot of time left in this game. And the way the defense has been playing, Alema, not out of the realm of the possible.
Once again, Dollars has to leave the game. He's been in and out throughout.
Replaced at this point by Bartolotto Birdsell.
And Bianco in trouble. He's going to lose a bunch. That's going to take it all the way back to the 10-yard line. And Motu, I'll let you finish that.
Motu'u Puaka. Ale Motu'u Puaka.
I got halfway through it, thought, nope,
Yeah,
that's Alema's.
that was a good
That's a good call on my
eject.
part.
Decides that
Eject.
he would celebrate that by honoring the veterans on Veterans Day and a little salute.
How about that?
3rd and goal. Ball back at the 10-yard line. And Bianco to throw, corner, jump ball, incomplete. Trying to hit Spencer Curtis, Savante Dickerson on coverage.
I got to wonder if Motu'u Puaka and Bianco played against each other in high school. Motu'u Puaka he's a senior and a redshirt freshman for Bianco, so there's a good chance they didn't overlap. Punahou taking on St. Louis, but Tavo Motu'u Puaka, the younger brother, who went to Mililani High School. They might have faced off if they had a little crossover action.
Fourth down, and absolutely blown up by Anthony Switzer. Oh, my goodness. Switzer. Woo. No one saw
I'll tell
it
you,
coming.
Bianco has taken some shots today.
Timeout on the field.
Just physical football by this Aggies defense.
Look at that little celebration. They didn't even get a flag on that.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for the flag to come out. That was
That's what I kept
that was an
thinking.
aggressive celebration. Utah State
You gotta love that.
in control here in the fourth quarter, 34-10.
Time running out on Nevada as the Aggies get the football back, leading by 24 points. Under 10 to play here in the first half of this Mountain West Conference battle, and not sure where that pass was going. It was completed on the sideline.
Well, I'm sure he was expecting Bowman to maybe break out.
Yeah,
It's about the
miscommunication.
20-yard line.
Well, Johnson blitzed from his safety position, 12 yards downfield. It was a safety blitz. He didn't even walk up toward the line of scrimmage. And I think Lega may have seen that.
Figured I better get rid of this.
Yeah, get rid of this football.
Second down. Lega just does get rid of that and intercepted. His receiver was not looking back, and Imani Johnson has the pickoff. Does he have the touchdown? Yes, it's a pick six for the Wolfpack, but hold on. There's a flag back at about the 30-yard line. Let's check this. I think the interception will stand.
Yeah, maybe on the
Interception
return.
will stand, but it'll probably call this touchdown
After the
back.
interception and during the return, holding number 42, Nevada. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down and 10, Nevada.
Jackson LeDuc on the hold after the interception, so that wipes out the touchdown, but Nevada does have the football.
Well, Lega never saw the safety. He didn't see the safety coming over.
You're exactly right, Alemi. You saw in the play-action pass, and you saw
Yeah.
Lega's head on his wide receiver, not reading the defense on that play, and the ball hung in the air so long. Johnson, who blitzed on the play previous, was able to get underneath it and make the interception.
Well, the whole point, right, of your play action is you want to hold the safety and to hold the linebackers, and then you're trying to get something behind that. And so you're making the assumption, okay, the safety's at least going to hold for a second, and I got this shot. But good job by the defense in the secondary, the safety. Johnson comes over and makes the interception.
Screen to John Jackson. Oh my goodness, is that well read? He's going to lose a couple of yards. It doesn't matter what's going on here because they're going to mark it back at the 40 or 39-yard line. 2 yard
Isaiah
line.
World said, come on, let's go.
This is
Let's
my
to the
world.
promised land. Let's go.
He almost carried him. Had the whistle not blown,
He would have had a touchdown.
World would have carried him to the
Yeah.
end zone.
Right here, the play is blown dead now, and World is not giving up.
All right, Bianco. And Bianco's pass fires underneath to Sean Dollars, and they'll get back what they lost in a few more. So you're looking at a 3rd and 6 coming up.
Well, great recovery by Tafisi getting back in position. After a little scramble here, you see Tafisi in that middle linebacker position had dropped back into a zone, recovers quickly to make the stop.
You remember Tafisi went out earlier in this game with a little injury. Good to see him back. He's been most of the game since then. And Nevada in desperate need of a good play here on 3rd down.
A.J. Bianco at quarterback, and Bianco, he's going to take off. He's going to have enough for a first down and more. And Bianco all the way down inside the 10, finally dragged down near the 5-yard line. That's where they'll spot it.
Well, Bianco got to about the 15, and he was thinking, I think I got to get out of bounds. And at some point, he's like, you know what? I might be able to get to the end zone. He kept on going.
And
He's
watch
got-
this block.
Got Campbell blocking downfield.
Couple guys downfield for him, including Campbell.
28 yards on the pickup. 1st and goal. Sean Dollars. And Dollars gets out of a tackle and into the end zone.
Oh,
They
they said touchdown on the far side. They said knee down on the near side.
Well, now they're going to
We'll
talk
watch
about
right here. We got it.
That's in.
That's a
He's
touchdown.
His knee was nowhere near the ground.
No.
So they're talking about this, but I'm not sure what there is to talk about. That looked clearly a touchdown.
The ruling in the field is the runner is short of the line to gain.
Oh, they're going to review
The
this.
previous play is under further review.
Yeah, this will be a short review, except that the official has to run all the way down to the other side of the field to review it, so it might take a little longer.
The only guy slower running down to the other side of the field
better not say me.
than Tuiaki is an official.
Yeah, it's too bad he's got to go call all the way down to
running
the
to the other
12-yard
side of
line.
the field.
But and once again, you see, he jumped out of his shoe. The knee never went down. Great job
No, didn't.
keeping his balance and launching himself forward into the end zone.
All of that with one shoe.
Yeah, how about that?
A one-shoed wonder. Yeah, that was impressive. Well, that's a nice little scoring drive there. Defensive turnover. Scoring drive by Nevada. 7 minutes, 21 seconds remaining. They'll get within 3 scores here. And that's a tough task. But Utah State has not been
After
super
review,
effective.
replay has
offensively.
overturned the ruling on the field. It's a touchdown.
There you go. No surprise for any of us. So that's good. 4 plays, 37 yards, and that 5-yard run. All of it set up by the 28-yard Bianco run. Don't forget that one took them all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I'm not sure I think the officials are kind of pacing themselves back to the. That's not really a
It's
full sprint, is it?
Kind of like when we were walking up the stairs here to the press level.
Yes.
I don't know how
How in the world did you do that?
I don't know how I let Frank convince me to walk
that
up
was
the stairs
amazing.
again.
I felt like I
Good for
was
you.
Alema's personal trainer. I was
All right, so
encouraging him.
They're
going to
go for 2. Dollars is in the backfield, and here we go. And there's a little pitch inside to Dollars, and he's got it. So 2 more for the Wolfpack, and it will be 34-18. So just a
Timeout on the
2-score
field.
game at this point. So hold on. This thing's far from over. It looked like they were due not long ago.
That's right. A 2-score game with that 2-point conversion. Well, don't leave. 34-18, 7:21 remaining. We're within 2.
Back here in Logan, Nevada's still battling. It's 34-18 game after the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Onside kick anticipated. Hands team on
Hands team.
for the Aggies.
Here we go. And it is an onside kick. It doesn't even go the 10 yards, but Utah State's got it.
Nifty play right there by Micah Davis on the recovery.
This one, you just try to kick it right up the middle. You look at the Aggies, their return team, their hands team, only 2 guys in the middle. So you got plenty of opportunities. Either get it past those guys, maybe a chance to recover an onside kick. Pretty well executed.
Well, they're
but
waiting.
the Aggies recover.
They're waiting
Wow.
for one big bounce, and they never got it.
Yeah.
It just kind of bounced just right to Micah Davis.
Phase on. And phase on. Oh, look at that. Takes a defender with him about 5 yards as he hit Tony and just kept on going.
Well, they're going to pull their left guard around and bring him out in front to lead block.
Oh, boy.
Lots.
Phase on gets a couple yards, but here comes flags from both sides.
The laundry list continues. Tyson, how many
What are we up to?
penalties? Yeah. What are we up to on penalties today?
Holding, number 77, offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
23 total combined penalties for the 2 teams. Unbelievable.
It feels
That
like
was
a
a
lot.
pretty easy call on that
Yeah.
play.
Still been a lot of them. All right, 2nd and 12. And Laga's pass caught Oh, that's a sweet ball to Jalen Royals, and he hauls it in. They're going to mark it a yard shy of the first, so 3rd and 1 coming, and they'll go quick.
Royals has been relatively quiet so
Yeah,
far this game.
He actually has. And Laga's is going to keep this, and the extra effort gets him the first down.
And so Utah State goes fast. They go tempo. Oh, wait, they're still going tempo. I thought they might slow the game down here a little bit and try and drain some off the clock, but no.
Laga looking down the sideline. Oh, that was almost intercepted.
The hat came off, so he got driven out of bounds. You're going to see a hat fly into your picture right here. See the official's hat right there. That means that the receiver went out of bounds. Now, the whole idea of pace and whether you run it or not, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes you're thinking, well, why don't they just bleed some of the clock? The clock's obviously stopped here. But some of it has to do with the rhythm of your offense. You don't want them to get out of rhythm if they've been accustomed to going pace on this particular series.
2nd down, Faison initially wrapped up. Look at that extra effort. He ends up with a 7-yard pickup. What a game that young man's having.
Good initial push by Nevada, just not able to make the stop in the backfield. That was Drew Watts, who's played so well today for the Wolfpack.
Faison out of Pennsylvania by way of Snow College here in Utah. It ends up at Utah State. And now Laga looking to throw. He wants to go to the end zone, to the corner. The ball's in the air. The ball is caught. And how about Terrell Vaughn? And Vaughn comes up with a big touchdown reception, his 10th TD on the year.
I'll tell you, nice route. Pretty pass by Laga. But great adjustment to the ball in the air. Watch Laga drop this thing in just perfectly. And Vaughn does a nice job adjusting to the ball and then getting his eyes on it, his hands on it, securing it, and bringing it to the ground.
Terrell Vaughn, remember, he had 12 receptions in the Aggies' first game. And his pace has slowed a little bit, but he's still one of their top targets. And goes 25 yards there for the reception and the touchdown. And the point after on the way. And the Aggies answer right back. And Elliot Nimrod's kick is up and good. So back to a 41-18 lead. And now only 5.5 left.
So that's a big touchdown for Utah State. Nevada unable to make the stop because it spreads it out to a 3-score game once again.
And don't forget, the failed onside kick gave the Aggies great field position. They only go 6 plays and 43 yards. About 2 minutes off the clock, and then the 25-yarder.
It's a good point because I wonder, Alima, if you just kick it away, and the way that Nevada has played on the defensive side for this half, Utah State hasn't been super productive offensively. Maybe you just kick that away instead of the onside kick and rely on your defense making a stop.
Not a bad strategy. If it hadn't been suggested by you, I think that was pretty good.
Oh,
well played.
Guess you two won't be going to dinner tonight.
Well played.
Short kick.
Short kick.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if we'll get a chance to see the young lady who's coming out to get the tee.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, she's got a little extra dance. Something different that time.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they call that. The kids today.
Kids today. I'm sure they would do that kind of dance to some really loud music.
Yeah. So it looks like Bianco's coming back out for the Wolfpack.
Well, Bianco's been successful in the last couple of series, both running and passing.
So here we go, first down for Bianco. And Bianco, again, improvising. Spencer Curtis has the reception.
A real very headsy play that time, right? Directing traffic and trying to get a defender. As soon as the defender commits to him, he gets rid of the ball.
You just put that defender in a difficult position. Played perfectly by Bianco.
2nd and short. Bianco going downfield, wide open, right in the middle of the defense, taking a big hit and staying up Spencer Curtis, I'm sorry. All the way down. Wow, what a pickup for Nevada, and they are not going away. 32 yards.
Officials, timeout on the field for an injury.
It's like Anthony Switzer down on the field for Utah State. And Spencer Curtis.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Well, it looks like Spencer Curtis gets up, and Lemmy's shaking that right arm. He wonder if he got that dead arm.
Yeah.
Kind of hit. Little stinger. Did you ever get one of those, a stinger?
How many have I had is probably the more appropriate question.
Maybe how recently is the, is the more appropriate question.
I stopped playing tackle football a long time ago. I'm not one of those guys because I know that you're training right now for Turkey Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys.
I mean, serious training.
I just don't do it.
Well, that's good to see.
Maybe you should.
It is. Switzer.
Switzer's had a fantastic game. Had a huge hit on Bianco.
Yeah, he's been
just blew him up from the blind side.
You know when you tell your team, like, hey, leave everything out on the field.
Yeah.
The way that Switzer was walking off, it looked like he left everything out on the field.
That is true.
All right, so back with the ball at the 24-yard line after the huge play for Nevada. And here we go. Bianco going to the end zone, and Bianco's pass is high. Had the right idea, but not able to connect.
Good protection that time. Nice job by Dollars to pick up that edge blitz.
I wonder if Bianco could have thrown that ball a step earlier.
Yeah.
Because that allowed, the late throw allowed Ike Larson to get over the top and break that up.
Second down. Quarterback draw, Bianco. He's had some big runs in this game, and he's got a first down inside the 15. They'll spot that at the 13.
Well, as soon as he sent Dollars in motion and saw MJ Tafisi go and vacate the middle, he knew I'm running. Like right there, the option to run was that green lighted. So he had an opportunity here. Probably wanted to take it up the middle where Tafisi vacated, but ends up getting to the outside and still picks up some good yardage.
Fifth play of the drive, which is their longest in terms of plays in the second half. And Bianco's pass, that definitely got tipped, yeah.
Yeah, unless he threw a helicopter pass, which is a rarely used pass in football these days, that got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that was Sloan. If I'm not mistaken, they got a hand on it. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Bianco again to throw. And flush, and Bianco's got some room, cuts it back. And Bianco down, setting him up with a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Clock is moving, though. 3:40 to play.
Bianco's thinking, I haven't been hit like this since I played Little League football as a linebacker. Running back in the day.
Screen outside. Campbell. And he's got it. Another touchdown for the Wolfpack.
What a nice drive right there.
Some good blocking. Maybe get away with a hold there, but that's all right.
It was like it didn't reach the level of a flag hold. It was like a mild infraction hold.
You know, we can talk about the proper way to hold.
Yes, you can.
Inside the
Trained
frame.
by the best.
They're going to go for 2.
They'll bring Lewis in for this.
And here we go, Dollars. And Dollars is short. They did not get it. You know, it's interesting. They didn't really need to go for 2. They just kicked a point after. It still would have been a 2-score game. And now it's not.
That is a very interesting decision.
Yeah.
To go for 2
there. I thought after they scored they would just kick the point after, make it 16 points, and then you're 2 touchdowns and 2 points away. But either way, 7 plays, 65 yards, and that 3-yard reception by Campbell. So here we are at 41-24. Aggies with the lead now. That actually missing that 2-point conversion could be a factor on the comeback if they were able to hold the Aggies a couple of times. 3:29 though to play is all we have left.
Well, both teams have all of their timeout remaining. 3:29. If you're Utah State, how many first downs do you think you need to pick up on this drive?
Well,
to run the game
you got to
out?
get them to burn their timeouts, so it's going to take a few.
Yeah. Well, I agree. It's going to take a few. I was just asking how many would you expect? 3?
Oh, at least
3 first downs.
3 first downs?
3 just to get them to burn
Yeah,
their
I would
their
say-
timeouts. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you can start
But
worrying
you get
about
3 first
running out
downs,
the
you
clock.
still score a touchdown. It still depends on how many of their timeouts that they use.
Well, let's see where the kick sets them up first of all. That goes into the end zone, so here come the Aggies. And
Frank, they took your advice. Instead of the onside kick, kicked it deep.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, nobody asks us.
Well, nobody asks you. That's for sure.
But nobody asks us. I mean,
wouldn't that be great if we did have a radio?
Well,
yeah,
I'm
like
not
the
sure
bat phone.
You guys don't read the texts I get during the game that I'm getting.
Thank goodness.
Oh, you're right.
From coaches
And we,
across the
and
country.
we don't see the pictures
We
either.
don't want
and
any
that's
part of
the
that.
thing. We don't want to be any part of that. Well, if Nevada can make a quick stop or even create a turnover opportunity here, score quickly.
Faison gets the ball to start with. Cuts back. Nifty little run. He ends up picking up 4 yards, but considering he looked like he was about to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage, that's good work.
Faison is just such a shifty runner. You take a look at his cutbacks and his ability to juke and make moves. He's hard to bring down.
Whoop.
Well, that'll stop the clock.
False start, number 76. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Coach Wilson had that concern about the skill positions, the athleticism of this Utah State offense.
Utah State next Saturday has Boise State here. And for Nevada, they go to Colorado State next week. We'll see how all that shakes out as, oh boy, here come more flags. Legault on the keeper, but hold on.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, number 66. Defense, 15-yard penalties added at the end of the run. Automatic first down.
I don't think I've ever seen a game with so many illegal
there've been
hands to
several.
the face
Right.
penalties.
On either team.
Yeah. Well, that's a huge advantage there for Utah State. Nevada, depending on what happens with Colorado State tonight, Colorado State is trying to get to bowl
That's right.
eligibility.
Yeah.
Nevada may be running into another team trying to get to bowl eligibility next week.
Coached by their former coach.
I'm a big fan of Coach Norvell. Hope he does well.
We had them here. Utah State won that game, but it was fun visiting with Coach that week. And Faison, oh, look at him go. And stays in bounds, gets the first down, tackled in bounds. So under 2 minutes to play. And
It's got to be at 200. I mean, what a day for Faison. He's just been spectacular. Give credit to the guys up front because they've done a nice job blocking for him. A 22-yard run gets him to 182 on the
Well, that's
day.
200 for you.
And for me, as a former running back, you get to 180, I'm rounding you up to 200. No question.
which explains why Alem is not an official statistician.
Well, I'll tell you why. I'm gonna
Which
give
explains why
I'm gonna
Alema
give an
has
explanation for this.
Hall of Fame
okay?
stats
Okay.
on his
Because
own.
there's a lot of quarter-yard and half-yard increments
Okay,
that are
that's
mixed in there.
That never get
They
counted.
never hold you short on that. They don't give you the extra quarter-yard or a half-yard.
Well,
but they don't take it away either.
No, but they're not giving it to you.
And
so
then-
if you ran for 180 yards, if you had 20-plus carries, then you certainly have gotten to the point where you've racked up enough of the quarter-yard, half-yard increments that you have another 20 yards, you get to 200.
I agree with that for the passing game. But for the running game,
so now the former quarterback is on board on the passing game side.
You're only looking at one side of it
No.
because you say that you're not getting the quarter or half yard, but they're also not taking away the quarter or half yard for a generous spot.
Well, here's the good news. This game's almost over, so we can get these two separated. As we're inside 40 seconds to play, and that's just going to about do it. Frank, you asked how many first downs it would take. What did it take, 3?
That's what we said. That's what I said, and then both of you said,
well,
there's so many other
Colorado
factors, and there's this and there's that.
Nevada didn't use the timeouts.
Yeah, well,
absolutely.
And so I guess when I said 3 first downs, that was correct.
That's going to just about do it then. A big win for the Aggies as they continue the pursuit of bowl eligibility.
Well, and a lot to build on for this Wolfpack team. I think we saw some good fight and athleticism and something to build on for this Nevada football team.
They're not done. They're not quitting. They're not giving up. You know, Nevada is they're still engaged. And on the other side, the Aggies are one step closer to bowl eligibility.
Well, that's going to wrap things up here from Logan. We appreciate our audience on a number of platforms. KJazz TV locally, Nevada Sports Network in Nevada, the Mountain West Network, and, of course, Stadium Network as well. Dave Fox, Alema Harrington, Frank Dolce, Tyson Ewing. It's been a fun broadcast. We appreciate everyone joining us, and have a good night and a good Veterans Day weekend.